It all comes down to this now. One last final men's round-robin draw, the curling trials in Saskatoon.
Yeah, we're gonna
Friday night here in Saskatoon, and all of it at SaskTel Center. The women played their final draw this afternoon. We knew 2 spots of the 3. 4 teams remained alive for the last. One of those teams, Casey Scheidegger, and the team from Lethbridge as she plays Rachel Homan. Homan already eliminated, needing to pick up the win. Scheidegger did. And she'll also need a little help as she does get that much-needed win. Meanwhile, Kelsey Rock from Edmonton started slowly, playing very well now. Just a little too late. Look at that. Feather, feather, feather. Makes the takeout. Leaving Carrie Anerson, who knew the 2-time Canadian champion, if she won the game, she would be in. Angle slashed by. She loses it. And so that puts Thunder Bay's Krista McCarville into a tiebreaker. Sitting in the stands, she had finished last night. So the games, Scheidegger wins. She had to. Kelsey Rock beats Anerson, who didn't. Jacqueline Harrison takes out Laura Walker, who needed to win. And Tracy Fleury goes undefeated with a win over Jennifer Jones. So here we go. Tracy Fleury, Jennifer Jones, we know they're through. McCarville, Anerson, Scheidegger, they will play tiebreakers to see who plays Jones tonight. Gushue Jacobs, they will play looking for a win that may give them the bye to the final, while Cooey needs to win. McEwen needs to win for spot number 3. And on this Friday night, we say hello, Canada. Welcome back to Saskatoon. Cheryl Russell alongside. We love nights like this. What a great afternoon. Expecting more of the same tonight as we watch McEwen play Gushue. Now look, Gushue would say to you, I'd love to be in that one game right now, know it, but hey, given that opportunity when it all started last Saturday, he says, okay, I'll take this.
He would take this, and it's huge. It's a bye to the final, it's hammer in the final, and it's for first place. And in every men's Olympic trials, they have gone on the first place winner to go and represent Canada at those Olympics, so that's even bigger. Gushue all week has really been about setting up the angles and the finesse shots. And even though Mike McEwen has that swagger from 2017, that's the advantage they have.
But he has not, Mike McEwen, been consistent. He's lost some games, and now he needs to win, and he needs a Cooey loss.
It really does, and every team can probably plead the fifth on this too. That he lost that game to Cooey, a nail biter. If he wins that, he's not in the sudden death problem, and he can breathe a little easier playing Gushue. But even though they went 4-3, I was impressed with their whole week and impressed with Mike McEwen. Magic Mike, just as you said, 4 years ago. That's the way he's playing right now, and guess who he beat in the semifinal?
All right,
Gushue.
So that's our feature when we do come back as we sort out the men's round robin. 2 spots decided, 1 still to go. Final stone. Walker, got it! Oh, he rolled in.
Hard, Brett! He's got a chance, go!
Tap. Oh, you got a chance. What a shot. What do you got? Oh, goodness. Now will this sit down? It sure does. Have you got this? Yeah, you're going to angle it back. What do you got? Bang! Picks it out.
Fantastic.
The 2021 Tim Hortons Curling Trials are brought to you in part by Tim Hortons, the official coffee of Curling Canada, by BKT Tires and OK Tire, by New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada, and by Sponge Towels, made for real-life messes.
Still so much to decide on this Friday night final draw of men's round robin play. Let's meet the teams. It's brought to you by Home Hardware. Here's how. Team Gushue from the Remax Center, the St. John's Curling Club, skipped by 41-year-old Brad Gushue, with Jeff Walker, Brett Gallant, and Mark Nichols. Mike McEwen and his team from West St. Paul Curling Club. That's just a little north of Winnipeg, west side of the Red River. Mike McEwen, Colin Hodson, Derek Samagalski, and Reed Carruthers. So McEwen losing the draw to the button. He will play the yellow. Gushue has the last draw. He'll play the red. McEwen is out, and he has the brush down. To get us underway, the McEwen lead is Colin Hodgson.
Yeah, Colin's having a great week this week.
Mine's fine.
It's been going a long way to help this McEwen team set up those ends and those angles and apply pressure early.
Yeah.
He's 2% ahead of Walker, which is doing
Sounds
something.
all right.
Corner. Be a little slow.
Always is in this spot. It's one of the big advantages of this team is Gallant's ice reading ability, knowing the lanes.
Hair straighter.
Sarah.
Go ahead, Brett.
Just trying to get it off the center.
Hard, Brett. Hard, Brett. Hard, Brett. Go ahead. Keep it alive. Tighter the better on this line. Tighter the better on this line. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
All right, let's take a look at the keys to the game, and we'll start with Mike McEwen.
Well, make him throw the heat. Make Brad Gushue throw the heat. What I mean by that is he's really close on his speed control. You ask for hack, you get hack. You ask for 10, you get 10. The only shot I think Mike has a big advantage on is that upweight bullet. So try to keep the guards long and force him to throw some hard ones. And then read the lines. There'd be so many hit and rolls, run backs in this game, a game against Gushue. Reed has to be really good at calling lines so they can win this game.
Good. Okay. Sorry, bud. Throw. Mine are very good.
And the keys now for Brad Gushue.
Well, what this Gushue team has perfected is that soft weight, those hacks, those board weight shots, and it's a lot to do with Gallant and Walker and their brushing ability. In fact, those soft shots have been what Brad Gushue has used to save them in some ends. And then with hammer, Gushue wants that 4-foot open. He wants one of those two draws available. He's not looking to play any run backs to score unless it's for some big scores like a 4 or 5. So keep that open for him to see.
Keys to the game are brought to you by Purex Bathroom Tissue, an obvious choice for Western Canadians for over 95 years.
There's a wonderful example how
A hair, maybe?
you just talk about just that extra pound of weight makes you look silly.
I was seeing a little more curl there than that.
Yeah. Well, it's pretty heavy. Like,
Well,
What's that? Probably 14-2, 14.
Derek
Might
Samagalski
have to go early for line.
wanted to say
line's fine. No, line's a little
happy
tight.
birthday to his Grandma
Line's
McCrae.
tight. Yeah, line's tight.
Won't mention Grandma McCrae your
High and all.
age. We wish you a happy birthday. She's from Marquette,
Well, you're
Manitoba, which is about 45 or so kilometers northwest of Winnipeg. So just want you to know that your grandson is thinking about you.
All my rocks have been just
Derek's been outstanding in the games we've seen, making triples and run backs and opening up ends.
Made a small quarry go away, hasn't he?
Yes.
Hard.
Whoa! Yep. Whoa! Shooter, roll the shooter.
And as
Take
we
a
say,
try,
good
Doc.
evening to Kathy Gauthier. It's interesting. You think at this level you're not going to make junior kind of mistakes, but you could accuse and say that maybe the McEwen team did earlier today.
Well, certainly a little bit of an inexperienced team mistake, you might say. The McEwen team, when we covered them this morning, was just that little bit off. They were ticking on guards. They were over-curling on all their hits. And I said to Reed tonight, what is that about? And he said, you know, we played on that sheet before. We thought it was sloped, but we forgot. And then when we remembered, we forgot to adjust, and we never, ever talked about it. We just kept putting the broom down, hoping for different results. Well, they've talked about that. They've realized that was a mistake. And interestingly enough, they feel that this sheet is sloped slightly to the crowd. They can't afford to put the broom in the same spot that they think it should go when they know it's going to move.
Yeah, listen, it happens particularly in some curling clubs, but in arenas like as this one is, Reed really does think if you were to draw a line from the hockey goal to the other goal, right down the middle of SaskTel Center, some would sway B and A would go to those boards, and C and D would go to those boards. So that's just, but you have to be aware of that.
And you got to be careful because it could change too. So what you saw 3 or 4 days ago just might not be the same.
Is it dumb to just hit and roll?
You know, we've been in some arenas, the three of us, where they've actually had to put in more water to level things up.
Yes.
And then by putting in a bigger, thicker ice, then that affects.
Right.
It sort of all plays off each other.
This is what I talked about that Gushue does not want to look at, is no draw on either side. They're throwing another guard here, McEwen is, and no way to get to that 4 foot.
14.5 is what I'm trying to throw? No, it's not that fast. Oh, to throw?
He'll start opening up one side soon.
14.7.
Interesting, though, because if this doesn't curl enough, you can see that. That's a beautiful shot there. You can get that yellow one on the outturn side, no problem at all, with a guard 6 inches over the hog lines. I thought they might come right in.
Whoa! Whoa, Derek, whoa!
This has to cross the center line, or it's basically a big mistake.
So,
is he tapping him in?
Reed Carruthers
that's
at 87%.
Jeez.
And he's 7th.
That's not a good throw.
And that's a little bit of a continuation of the struggles he had today, this morning. But he's 87%, 7th. Think about everyone else above him, who's even better. And we didn't think the numbers this week would be that high.
No.
That's the option. I'd rather try this.
Boy, what a mistake. Why would you not throw the other turn? If you're light, you guard shot rock. If you're heavy, you're dead buried in the 4 foot.
Yeah, I cannot answer that. The outturn looked natural.
Now, to your point about the style of play, Mark Nichols says that the thing about Brad, and it may be his conservative nature when it comes to kind of play, he rarely is, as he said, Mark, in jail. He might be in jail, but he's always got a key.
Yes.
Right? And just that little rub and then goes all the way by. Doesn't open up that shot stone a little bit more. But he's rarely really sunk.
No, he always will make sure. Like, he's never looking for that big score, that big 3 or 4. He's looking to make sure he scores his deuce. And by doing so with hammer, he's always going to make sure he has a draw for a single at the very least. This is, though, a bit scary for McEwen with this red stone not going out of the rings.
No kidding. What do you do, too? Gushue's got the yellow-red raise, the red raise, and it's wide open.
Yeah, they had a lot of jump in here.
Yes. It's just curling everywhere, it looks like.
Yeah.
So then you got to believe, you know, what you're seeing, believe what you're seeing, and set that broom out a little bit further.
Mark, they thought it was a shade light, and that would be because Walker flashed it.
Yeah, it's really hard.
Back to 12.
We're still playing with fire here a little bit, Cheryl.
Back 8. Yes!
Hard buck.
Gotta go line.
Hard calling. Hard calling.
Got to get it by that center line stone, just top 12.
Curl.
And a little bounce and roll off. Does cover shot stone, but what's he left?
Double.
Double.
Run back double to sit
No,
3.
it was top 4 when it came down.
It's one of those ends. Team Gushue's missed 2 shots, and they're. Well, I guess they can't see enough of it. You could do it with like a control.
Yeah, I think you could play it with
Yeah, I like it actually, because now this opens up the yellow rays.
And even if you don't make it, Russ, you roll behind your corner.
Whoa!
This is more Brad. You know, open it up.
So hammer efficiency referring to scoring 2 or more points when you do have last rock.
Shot.
And the edge goes to Gushue at 39%, and McEwen's at 23% with a hammer. So that's how Brad puts points on the board.
Brad will bail out as soon as just about anybody to give himself a shot. So that protects his point, as you always say. And every time I've seen him in trouble, and it's been a decent amount of times, without hammer, there always seems to be a rock out or two rocks out in front, and he loops one in or hits and rolls and gets out of it.
Brett's ran okay here.
Okay.
Should curl.
Yep. Hard. Really hard.
McEwen in his first.
More angle.
Brothers calling on Samogolski. What do you got? Oh.
Right.
And they'll pick out the one of their own. Shot rock. Still leaves them the shot stone, covered by their own.
Yeah, that's fortunate the way the shooter rolled and they guarded the shot stone.
A lot of mistakes here.
A little soft.
Yeah, sideline is
Yeah, I was a little gentle with it.
Yeah.
I could see Team Gushue missing a few because they didn't play this morning.
I don't know if we can beat
That extra curl, but Mike's hasn't quite picked up on it either. I think it was just straight light. I think he knew it curled, or tight, I mean.
What's the speed? They threw quite a few draws. We're still getting normal times, 14.8. So what I threw on the draw of the button, is that okay? What do you think? Maybe
That's a little light.
put two more light?
Yeah.
Going this way too, so yeah, probably closer to 4.
What lads?
Now I go back, sorry. Yeah.
Interesting.
So
I think it's
three feet more
maybe a
than
hair
that?
slower in the odd ends.
A little heavy. Room. T-line, back 4.
So Mr. McEwen says it curls more this way, which because it's way out there, and it's a little slower, so it should snap.
It's funny because Reeds didn't move here at all.
No, that's right.
Go!
13-8, go.
No, there it
Right
goes.
back. Yep, yep,
For two!
yep.
Almost back button.
Go.
And right to the pin. Has he got enough there to see it, pick it?
I think he's a hair wide early, and it
Or
just
that second ice would have been good too.
didn't have time.
Are we there?
Quiet tap, or do you play a pick shot at this?
I think he's
This
just
is
playing just
perfect.
a quiet tap.
Cross creeping in. It's coming a little slower.
Yeah, I got a 13.8 on that draw.
So did I.
We've already lost a second in speed.
Everything's biting hard, so.
Yeah. So it's down a second in speed already.
Oh,
Yep.
so
Geez, that
talk
looks
us
like a
through
lot
that,
of ice.
Cheryl. What do they mean?
Well, the rocks are just grabbing more, so they're saying it's about a second slower than what they typically. So just giving Mike the heads up that you don't underthrow this.
But look at the ice he's taking. Like, I know it curls more here, but if it's slowing down, he's got to throw it harder. He hasn't got time to curl.
And I found Reeds a bit confusing because it did not move at all with extra weight.
Clean.
Close.
How's the weight?
Gushue sits one right on the lid.
Clean.
Heavy!
He also has the hammer.
Clean. Line.
Samogolski
Hard.
got to go as it starts to go. Got to keep going. Oh, we got it by, and they'll tap it through.
Not sure that was the
down to
plan.
half.
Oh, did it ever? Like,
Oh, I threw that hard.
when he was going straight, his board, and then it curled.
Curl when they start.
Interesting.
Felt like I threw board.
So they haven't done
It came
anything
down
to
to
the
half.
rocks. So they're just grabbing more. Maybe the pebbles a little higher. Something different.
Oh, yeah.
Or a little extra
Oh, look
clip,
at his
maybe.
draw, 13.8.
Yeah.
Good pickup by
Even
McEwen.
Mark said the same time.
Pick up that Brad Gushue's draw died,
Second,
and
sure.
that allowed him to throw it so hard. He's taking a little less than McEwen.
Weight's good.
Yeah, good board.
Good hack.
Good hack.
Heavy hack.
Whoa!
Heavy hack.
Final stone, and it's a final stone against two.
Heavy hack.
Clean!
Walker.
Oh boy.
Yeah, very nice.
Shot.
Two really, really nice throws. First McEwen, then Gushue, who's forced to the single. Under the bright lights on a Friday night here in Saskatoon. The rock stars of Canadian curling. on the ice. Final round robin draw, men's play, here at the Tim Hortons Curling Trials from SaskTel Center. Brad Gushue gets his single, and it'll be Mike McEwen that has last rock playing the Yellowstones here in 2. So elsewhere, Brad Jacobs also at 6-1, playing for first place against Tanner Horgan. Gunlickson and Dunstone winding up their round robin. John Epping was eliminated last night. Kevin Cooey, win, you're in. Mike McEwen needs to win. Cooey lost to force a tiebreaker. So now, should Brad Gushue both, win, or both should lose, and both end up with the same record, Gushue does have the advantage because last Tuesday afternoon, Gushue beat Jacobs 7-6 in an extra end. So by virtue of that, he would, in fact, get first place.
Mike made a great one, and so did Gushue, because Brad didn't play this morning, and you could see that thing. He threw it very positively, maybe a hair heavy, and that's all that saved him. Otherwise, he wrecks and the guard gives up 3 because he would have raised them in.
No, I think Gushue's pretty happy, although
keep going, get it under, come on.
When he has hammer, he wants to make sure he tries to get a couple with it, but to score in that end was pretty good when it's first game out here today. And it's different.
Pretty good speed here.
Interesting, no corner guard again. See a lot of that this week.
Why do you think that is?
I just think it's respect. You throw the corner, the other lead puts it perfect, buried, and then you're chasing a little bit. This way you go top 8 because you could do it too. And then when Gushue froze there, Vic, there's still lots of room to score 2 points if it stays like this.
Where are you? Weight's good. Line's good. Line's good.
Yeah, the only time we're really seeing corners rest is when the teams are down and they have to.
I think so, yeah.
Nice shot.
Okay. Shot. That slid well.
So ours is the only game where we had a score, and all the others are blanks. Jacobs, Dunstone, Cooey with last rocks.
Freezer in there. What kind of weight?
It's not even draw the button speed.
What weight? T-line?
No, like
Freezing.
top 8 max.
Is that good ice for this? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's good or tight. You get a nice positive throw. 14 to T.
Derek's a little worried because some of his have really taken off.
Whoa. Got close.
Weight's okay.
Okay, line's not bad. Line's good. Line's good.
Weight's good.
Line's good.
Gotta go.
Curl.
Okay.
No, sorry. Yeah, line's.
Weight's good.
Hard. You gotta go.
Weight's good.
Hard, boys.
Hodgson
Hard.
closest to the stone.
line.
Brothers out in front.
Hard.
Whoa. That's a good shot.
Sorry, I just didn't know where to speed before.
I'm saying hard.
Good.
I'm not saying for weight. I was just saying line. Good sweep. I would never say. I
Real
would never
good.
call weight. I would just call line. Good sweep.
Yeah, Scott really can't. He needed to tell me we need to go for line, because then I could judge the weight. Yeah.
Okay.
I think we gotta kind of do something like this.
Nerves.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
a lot of conversation going on.
Yeah, things just don't flow off your back
That's
as
just how much it curls.
easily as they might.
I'd rather see that, though. Some teams, when the nerves hit, they shut down. Nobody talks. I'd rather see a bit of conversation. They're figuring things out.
Yes. And so many teams in the big moments just shut right down.
They do. And then nobody's learning anything.
We should talk.
Later.
Later. Oh, I've got some things to say.
Hard, Jeff. Whoa. Hard, Jeff.
Brett Gallant.
Hard.
What do you got? And
Okay. Shot. Good weight.
the angle's still there on Shot Stone. They've also got, I guess, a double angle towards Shot Stone or towards the button without last rock.
Came up nice. Threw a little extra on that to be high.
That was good.
I think maybe freeze that top red.
Yeah. What about tapping the yellow and get rid of the red and you're too buried? You roll to the right with the in-turn.
And sit kind of frozen on top of red.
Yeah. Just tap it back. The dangerous rock's the one in the 8-foot. and they're not going to move it. So being very patient here.
He didn't add as much. He kicked harder than now. This is like.
Yeah, this is not what Team McEwen has done well this week, and that's convert with a hammer. But what they have done really well is limit the opponent's scoring. So it's one or the other.
Hard! Hard, Colin! Go hard! Hard!
One more time. Colin Hodgson. And at least he gets the roll off.
Pretty good.
But, you know, he did touch that Yellowstone over. The angle doesn't appear to be as good. The yellow at center line on the right side onto that red.
He could blast that half a rock, couldn't he?
Red one straight back.
Or that, yeah.
Brad?
This.
Yeah, just a hair high.
This. Always.
Well,
almost always coming into that.
I think he means this. Onto this
Two teams that are eliminated, but
Yeah.
Matt Dunstone, the only Saskatchewan team in either men's or women's field in a game against Jason Gunlickson.
Well, he was trying to play a double on his first. He just hit and rolled a little bit too thick in front of it. And in removing it, Jason has set up the double potential for Matt for 2.
Pull off, Kirk.
Right off, clean. Yeah.
Colton Lott calling line. Kirk Myers, Dustin Kidby, got it? Sure does.
Good job, boys. Good end.
It's
Good job.
been difficult for Matt Dunstone out of the Highland in Regina, having lost his third, Braden Muscowie, who had to withdraw for personal reasons. Then he called on his old Canadian World Junior buddy, Colton Lott. And they've come to life a little bit towards the end.
Oh,
how's that?
Saw and made.
Yeah.
What a beauty.
Mark Nichols.
Good throw.
Attaboy. Great shot.
Colton Lott's tied for first with Mark Kennedy. That's just amazing when he just had really no time to prepare.
Well, he got the call, of course, when he was playing in a mixed doubles bonspiel.
Yeah,
Remember the story? He went home, did some laundry, and then when he first got here, he had to practice in a jacket from Kirk Myers.
Yes, he did. I know. I was on the flight with them on Thursday morning, and they'd called him Wednesday afternoon. So that's how quick.
That team's played well all week. It's just haven't won.
Positive throw.
What a great shot. It wasn't looking good for Team Gushue.
Whoa!
Ready. I think you're going to have to curl. Curl! More angle. More angle.
Straight! Whoa! Whoa, we gotta make sure this goes.
Hard, Mike, get it out. Go. Keep going.
Jeez.
Now,
That was a back throw,
did you hear that? I don't think I've ever heard anybody say that
That's too much ice.
on the brush coming down. Hodgson was saying to Samagalski, more angle, as if to say you've got to get up a little higher on the brush for the angle of attack.
To get it to carve. Yeah. No, it's...
Curl.
More angle. More angle.
Straight.
I think what he's referring to is trying to, there's an optimum scratching angle, and it's around that 20-25% as opposed to 45.
And he wasn't quite at it, so Colin was
moving him.
Directing.
Boy, that was a mistake there. They took way too much ice and didn't throw enough weight because of it, and didn't even get it out.
Whoa! Jeff! Gotta go, Jeff! Hard, Jeff! Right, all you can get! Hard! Okay, not bad.
Good throw. Probably in the mid to high 8s, I think.
Almost queued up the triple on that back one. Looks like it'll go underneath.
Curl. Whoa! sorry, guys. It's a good shot.
Okay.
They are the shot rock, but it's in the open.
Didn't quite pick up on the extra curl there.
No, and it took off on them.
Oh, it's hair thicker.
Yeah, it's close. I just I lost it at the end.
Well, I said to curl.
What do you think? I was thinking same weight. Yeah, same weight I threw last end. I just don't know what it's going to do here.
Yeah, with this
I don't think
extra
it's gonna
curl
bust like
too,
the,
Russ, I
insert
think you got to be careful too calling for the curl.
Yeah, right.
It's, you know, you've been doing that all week, but now it's moving a little harder, so wait till the end.
It's going to be going down a similar
this way,
track.
it didn't slow down much.
Hard to get it back.
That looks like a lot. Let it last, Mark. You guys like that? Yeah.
Shade straighter on this side, but there might be a bit of pebble here yet.
Whoa, same as last end. Yep. Whoa!
Brad Gushue skips stones here in 2. Bland.
Hart, gotta get across the line. Across the line.
Get to that line.
Right to it.
And just did.
Good weight.
Nice weight. Definitely came down a bit to
Yeah,
like.
it did.
You know what I mean?
Weight. You make the double and roll though, I think.
I think.
It's close.
It's very close, and if you make it perfect with enough weight, you might be able to get it into there.
Be ready to go here, right?
You'll get under it, eh?
No, I can make it.
There's enough room.
It's there, 100%.
Yeah.
Easy weight.
Yep.
These I find
I
difficult
think that's max.
early in the game because you just
a little
don't
bit more
know if the
gradual, you're
pebble's
right.
going to get it to jump across that center
Brad do
line.
that pretty well. So.
Yeah, I did.
Brad seemed to run the way he felt. He thought he was a shade wide, and he ended up a shade wide.
We just buzzed by ours.
So didn't jump on him or snap. That's the concern.
Definitely there.
The problem, if you don't roll, there's probably a yellow double.
Well, and that left red's on, isn't it? That's a biter over on the left.
Mike McEwen.
Whoa, Derek. Whoa, buddy.
In a third trials appearance, 13, and then, of course, 17 4 years ago, lost the final. Kevin Cooey, Semigalski. Oh, gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. Oh, he touched it.
Yes.
He touched the yellow and then bumps the Gushue stone shot rock back 4.
That's exactly what it did. Totally fresh path
Really
inside
grabbed
Gushue.
Yes.
Wow. That just took off on us halfway.
Boy, and then punched this red Gushue stone right behind the guard.
Gushue was probably 6 inches wider than that, and I think it was just a totally different lane.
What's the speed?
Jeff, are you still thinking that 3 feet slower draw to button?
So let's drop in on Epping and Cooing,
Yeah.
and again we'll emphasize Cooey wins. He gets 3rd spot. If he should lose and McEwen win, we'd have a tiebreaker counting.
Well, Kevin Cooey spent about 4.5 minutes trying to decide what to do on his first shot, burned a lot of time on the clock, and it really has come down to an opportunity for 2, an open hit after John Epping got rid of one of their stones, but left his shooter in the open.
No, beach. Clean. Yep. Clean, just clean.
Now he's trying to hold this up for him.
Hard.
Staying with it. And there it is for 2. So Cooey's on the board, second with a couple against Epping.
Just a beautiful draw by Brad. Well judged.
You can't leave those.
Hard 14-5.
He had to leave Mike the button, though, so.
It's as if they've got, this ice has them all, both confused, both teams. Somebody said, what was it? He said 14-5. And
Also didn't want to leave it like wide
Gushue
open
walks away
either.
just like shaking his head. That's not what I had in my head of 14-5.
Make the draw.
It may not feel, Vic, like what it's timing at because it is grabbing a little more. So That's always the struggle too, and you might not be using the stopwatch as much as you typically do and going more by feel.
Well, here it is now. Look at this. 89% on his draws, and he needs maybe his biggest draw of the week right here. This is so early in the game for him to give up a steal of 2, already down 1-0, and he needs full four. He needs a bite of the white. Needs a little bit of that button. Samogolski's there, Hodgson's there. Crothers calling line. You want to play on here. What a beauty.
How nice.
Terrific stuff. McEwen against 2, draws the lid. We're tied at 1. We are in the home of the Saskatoon Blades of the Western Hockey League, also Saskatchewan Rush of the National Lacrosse League, and a reminder that you'll be seeing a TSN Game of the Week. And coming up December the 11th, you'll see Saskatchewan against Calgary, and December 17th against Vancouver. The NLL on TSN. Okay. Well, I know it's only the second, but you miss this, and maybe Brad Gushue's style changes, and you won't have much of an opportunity after this.
Exactly. They played a better end than Gushue in the first end, didn't get away with laying it. They look like they're going to get 2 this end, and Mike rubs the guard, and all of a sudden you miss this, you're down 3-0. Huge shot.
Key shot brought to you by BKT Tires, growing together. So we're tied at 1. We go to the third. Gushue once again with last draw.
Now we got a corner guard.
It's funny, Kathy said that Reed was saying they couldn't figure the sheet out. They just took the wrong ice on that straight center guard from Colin. He ended up throwing it so wide, it's really a corner. They still haven't quite got that figured out. This is the straighter side.
It'll get there for line. Probably max weight.
Nope. Yeah, a little heavy.
No touch.
Leave it. Leave it. Sit.
Shot, Colin. Good.
Big difference in ice there. You get a wide
Tough
straight.
to get through. It looks like you're going to come out here. Yeah. Yeah, I like that better.
I like this.
Almost in the hole of those 2. 4.
All right, Kathy, the importance of this is Jacobs win and Gushue loses. Jacobs gets first in the bye to the finals. He plays Tanner Horgan.
Well, Tanner Horgan was facing 4 on his final through an upweight, trying to get a triple, just got 2. And so it is already 2 that Brad Jacob lies. He looked very closely at trying to get by a guard and tap the Yellowstone belonging to Horgan out for 5, but it comes with a risk. It could go on to his own, so they're electing to just draw for 3.
Line's good.
So Jacobs against Tanner Horgan, who was perennial Northern Ontario junior champion and considered maybe the heir apparent to Brad Jacobs in Northern Ontario, but he's now gone. Well, he went west first, and now he's gone to Southern Ontario to hook up with the team from Kingston.
Yep. Whoa. Whoa.
Boy.
Line only.
Jeff.
Line only. Curl.
Walker was trying to play an intern come around.
Okay, we're by. Like back 4.
And that's his red.
Yeah, it's probably about
Brock
4.
Center line.
Oh, it's trying.
Good, Eric. Good shot.
Yeah, that's unusual, isn't it?
No, for Jeff.
Probably through that 13-7.
Very much.
For the double peel and roll over. Yeah. Half. Even a little less is okay.
You said?
Half or a little less.
Half or a little less. There's a couple feet.
You through here.
This could work out really well. You spring that redstone you're promoting to the left as a corner guard and run the yellow back and maybe make that double.
Whoa, Jeff. Hard, Jeff.
Okay.
That's not good.
The straight side, Russ.
Yeah.
Just didn't come up for him.
That's funny, eh?
Pushes that stone in. So McEwen is sitting 2, but without last draw.
Sorry, guys.
Curl area on the peels.
Well,
Shot rock is back 4.
Yep.
Little and out on it, he said, but this, and then this turn is curling off the charts.
Look at that, like that's 7 feet.
Line. Line. No, we're good. Clean it. Line. Whoa. Line.
Heavy.
3.
Might be in.
Okay. I should stop. It's going to stop.
Okay.
No, wait, fine.
Line's okay.
What do you
Curl a
need?
bit. Curl
I
a
need it
bit.
just right here.
Okay.
Curl a bit.
Yeah, curl.
Curl a
Curl.
bit.
Whoa. Good try.
Shut off them. They'll
It would be interesting, though, just to see at the moment. You know, you said 7 feet. Didn't quite get there. Maybe 6.5, right? But go to the other side and play that and see where the brush goes down.
Yeah, it's
For the other
definitely
turn,
straighter.
right? Yeah.
Definitely. You're probably edge of 8.
I thought they'd play the back one onto that corner one and make hit the back side of it. You might get the red one in the rings. This could put a yellow one in the rings.
Yep. Whoa.
Brett
Yes!
Galland.
Just touching the line, Mark.
Nichols.
Oh! Hard. Stand. You're good.
And he's going to, and
Go.
he'll open up everything now.
Go.
Moves that
Okay.
stone, that
Good
corner
shot,
guard
good shot.
away.
Yeah, that works out really well.
Shot.
Still have a red corner.
Good boy. Good throw.
After Dunstone got 2 in the second, they blanked the third. Gunlickson and Dunstone.
Actually, you know what? There is. Yeah, no. Okay, let's go 14. Like nothing's 14-5. $14-2?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Reed Carruthers. Third trials for him. Played with Jeff Stoughton back in 13. The trials leading to Sochi. And then skipped himself
Okay, I got close.
4 years ago and went 4-4.
Go.
I got. Go ahead.
Line's great.
Yeah, line's good. Doesn't he?
Line's good.
It's going to be you. No,
Oh,
carve. Yep.
oh, yep,
Carve,
yep,
carve,
yep,
yep,
distance. Good.
Oh,
Just
well
a 3.
done.
Good sweep, Hammer.
Didn't need to tuck it because they'd use it as a corner and go around it. So you just want to go edge to edge. They can't play hit and roll off it.
Yeah, either that or maybe the hit and roll on the top one first. That's the only other option, yes. Yeah, do that for now and it might open it up for the next one.
I like that. I like that call.
Really good call by Mark Nichols. If you hit the back one, you're never really going to get to use that corner. So how are you going to get a miss? This, by moving this, it opens up that out turn draw around the corner if they get a chance.
Just speaks to how good of a shot it was by Reed.
Yeah.
You know,
Good.
not too deep. Those are scary when you don't have hammer.
Jeff. Hard, Jeff. Good. Hard, Jeff. Hard. No roll. Sit down, Rock.
He will roll, though.
Good shot.
Not at all. Good shot.
And rolls it over for second shot.
Mike, great
shot. Just edge of the
that one
8
early,
foot.
but it was at least to there. It was good weight. Okay.
Beauty.
Gradual there.
It's a nice shot. So no matter what McEwen does, Mark can go around that corner guard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Firm. Like 3/4, 2/3.
Okay.
2/3. 3/4.
Like that.
Yeah.
Would you ever, Russ, consider going around the corner guard if you're Mike?
Yeah, not with that red one in there, I don't think.
Well, you'd be first and second.
Straighter in here.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
I feel
You can
like
err
this
on
is
rolling
good.
out low. You
Okay.
can't hit a high, so.
My concern is they get there first. You know, you play this.
Sure.
They go around.
Sure.
Whoa. Yep. Whoa, no.
Set that.
Never. Curl. Gotta go there. Come on, buddy.
Simonowski.
Good.
Good.
Very nice.
Sorry.
Good. I'm glad we did. He's getting the best run on his.
Nice throw, Reed.
Nice.
Good job, Brad.
Thanks.
And you like to hear that, especially when you're coming off a game where you're a little inconsistent, even starting off this game. There seemed to be a little bit of that hangover from this morning for Reed Carruthers.
10.5 in that range.
And Reed, what's impressed me this week, seeing some of the games we've seen with Reed, is I mean, he's always been a great soft touch player and freezes and taps, being a previous skip, but it's been some of his runbacks and his doubles and hit and rolls.
His hitting percentage is somewhere around 90. It's fantastic.
Hard, Jeff. Go heavy. Hard, Jeff. Hard, Jeff. Whoa! Jeff! No roll! Shooter! Beauty.
And he'll get the 2 at the back and then roll over on top.
How nice is
That
that?
was definitely more weight. Oh, so it was good.
He's willing to take
Thought I
on the
might have
tough
lost it
shot
on
on
you
his
there,
first
sorry.
one.
Could have went another couple inches, but
Never happy, the Skips are. Never. You know, you think this was, in fact, Carruthers with Samagalski, Hodson. This was the team that played 4 years ago. Now, they did have Braden Muscowie as their third, but basically McEwen has taken over this team with Carruthers going down to third. That's what's happened in the intervening 4 years.
Get for sure a quarter off curl.
Is he just picking it?
Yeah. I like nosing it with weight. What do you like?
Yeah, well, the pick wouldn't be what I'd lean towards. I thought nose.
Well, what are you trying to accomplish here? I mean, if you're McEwen with Gushue having, are you trying to force? So how do you force?
Well, I think the concern is that Mike doesn't want everything to go because then Brad is going around the corner, so he's trying to. Yeah, do that. Looks easy.
Shot.
It would have been just very simple to chip out your own, then Brad goes right around the corner, gets his two.
That's the concern.
Great shot. It's a confident Mike McEwen.
Oh, he looks he looks good.
Well, both Skips, we've said this week, the demeanor of both have changed. Reed says Mike will still get emotional, but he doesn't waste the energy on things that he can't control.
Yeah.
And we've seen with Gushue, this now is their second time through a trials. This team has been together 10 years. We forget that.
2 trials.
And he believes in them. He has faith in them. He doesn't have to babysit them as much as he may have a couple of years back.
Agreed.
So both Skips are showing a little different side to themselves, a little more comfort.
It's good. It's good weight. Yeah, board weight. Little light. Yes. Hard. Hard. Yep. Yes. Hard.
Yeah, that's probably light.
And I think what I've seen from Brad Gushue this week is he just takes a little bit more input. You've got Brett Gallant. He's got some great insight, and he listens.
Well, they're world-class players that have proved themselves, and I think that's awesome for Gushue to do that.
I wish, Kathy, they'd listen, but they don't. I listen. Hey, 2-0 Cooey, final stone, John Epping.
And a really tough shot. Kevin Cooey was lying 5. He actually played a hit and roll attempt off his own. He rolled it out just to take away the hit and roll in for Epping, who was short on his freeze. He's now trying to tap that stone up against 4 and just no feel. Short on his first one and short on the raise.
What's that, 4?
That's 4.
Wow. Steals 4, and only the 5th time this week he has actually stolen points, Cooey. So again, the situation here, Cooey wins, he'll earn the 3rd spot. McEwen probably just saw that and went,
too much ice in general.
What
that spot
happened? John Epping, you're supposed to help me over here. Thing is, though, they are right next door. So McEwen must win, Cooey must lose to force a tiebreaker.
Yeah, Kelsey Rock's pretty popular after today's draw. Brought a few teams into the mix.
Yeah, on the women's side, we're going to have 2 tie-breaking games.
Yep. Whoa! Jeff! You haven't got much.
And away it goes.
Shot.
So a blank goes on the board here in 3. We're tied at 1. Gushue playing for first place.
His name is etched in the record book as one of the greatest curlers of all time. Heading into the 2009 trials in Edmonton, Kevin Martin was already a 4-time Brier winner, a world champion, and an Olympic silver medalist. Now he had John Morris, Mark Kennedy, and Ben Hebert as teammates. The final, Martin versus Glenn Howard, a rivalry that had gone on for some time. This night, it was the old bear that would come out on top.
Kevin Martin. We'll be seeing him in Vancouver.
A 7-3 win meant Martin and company would be playing in front of a home crowd at the Olympics. Team Martin, your 2009 curling trials champions.
And there you see all the trials winners, starting with Mike Harris. That, of course, leading to Nagano. And it is quite interesting to note from that, except for Kevin Martin, all of his team are still on the ice. Glenn Howard, who he beat, is still playing and is the alternate, working with John Epping. There he is talking with Greg Owasco, the ice maker. And, of course, his coach at that time, Jules Ocher, is the coach of Brad Gushue. So, my goodness, all these years later, what are we talking about? 12 years?
Yes.
Yeah. 12 years later. Everyone, Kennedy's there. He's playing now with Jacobs. And then John Morris has rejoined Cooey, and Ben Hebert are with Cooey. And there's Jules, who's now 77 years of age and still loving the game. There's Ben Hebert. And then the last, of course, is John Morris. Is throwing here, right there. So there, all those players from that trials still involved in the game. On this Friday night, as we sort things out, and it's not sorting out very well so far for Mike McEwen. Yeah, he's tied 1-1. We go to the fourth. Gushue with last rock, but right next door, he just saw Epping give up before, and a 6-0 early lead for Cooey. McEwen must win, Cooey must lose to force a tiebreaker. But, you know, there's a game within a game here, too. Gushue,
just off nose.
if he wins,
You threw this, right?
he'll get first place. Jacobs, of course, on the other side of the SaskTel Center. He needs to win, and he needs a Gushue loss to pick up first. Oh, he got there fast into that hog line, Brett Gladden.
Well, he just has to stretch out, and he's almost there.
Yeah.
I love the story that Brad Gushue told about Jules, because he was talking about how great of a rock matcher he is and that he's done it for years. And he said, you know, he'd be that much better if he didn't share all that rock information with all the other teams.
Yeah, a little counterproductive.
And always has the glasses out. Really never has been one for strategy. Although for the longest time, wasn't he at Northern Alberta Institute of Technology? I think he was running their curling program. But it's never been about the strategy. It's been about that art of matching stones and keeping a book, that rock book.
Well, in technical, I know he was Kevin Martin relied on him quite a bit to go out when Kevin had anything going wrong with his throw. He could ask Jules to come out and watch him, and Jules could pick it out right away. It's always good to have somebody like that.
Okay. Got an inch. I like it. Sure. What kind of weight do you want to throw at it?
What do you say?
What kind of weight do you want to throw? Heel for throwing it. Okay. You just threw down this almost the same path.
Pretty much same spot. A little wider.
You know, as the crowds have gotten bigger as the week has gone on, this is something that they really didn't have to deal with the first couple of days. They could hear. There's always now this little buzz, little rumbling coming from the crowd. So communication is more of a key.
Get it.
Wow.
Yep.
And enough to spill it. And just.
Good shot.
Nice sweep.
Very nice.
I figure that's the only way to open it up, really.
Yeah.
Right here.
We okay with a blank?
Yeah. Well, then why don't we slash the red?
Yeah, just make the red double.
Could just make the red and blank this.
Just kill them both.
Blank. I like that.
Be a good end to blank.
Yep, that's fine.
I think we're happy with that right now.
This is how we get in trouble.
Yeah, that's the first thing
You can make the draw good.
popped into mind was you can now run that red half a rock into the yellow.
Thin half's good. Half's good.
And again, playing the even last rock, even end scenario. You blank here. You try to hold Gushue to a single in 5. Now you've got the hammer starting the second half, even end 6.
And in a game this close, it's kind of any slight edge you can get, and that might be it.
Whoa! Whoa! Curl! Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. No.
Okay. Okay, bud.
Okay.
Shoot. Oh, I think you just hit and try to hang on way over there, eh? Yeah.
Hey, it's a curl.
Yep. Yeah, with
I
boarded.
think we'll get some curl here, won't we?
Yep. Board you will.
That was 9-5 on my second one last end.
Yeah, you
were
wait, right?
And
I thought your first one was
First
pretty
one was
close.
good, so
Yep.
I'll throw that.
You got her.
Yeah, it's really hard.
Oh,
We got it, guys.
that's moving.
Gotta go, Brett.
Hard! Harder! Well, hard, hard!
Watch it now.
Oh, no.
And that's just the brushing. A wonderful brushing.
That looked quite soft out of his hand. It was kind of a funny release. I've never seen him throw it like that.
Great sweeping.
Really Great sweeping.
The horses saved it.
Oh, did they ever look at this?
Hard! Whoa, oh, no. Great brushing, guys. I didn't think we were holding that.
There you go. Compliments from the skipper.
Light. This is
Soft, light.
Yep.
And there's Samogolski saying it's down.
Yep.
Light, soft, down.
Hack.
And this will just go.
Oh, it's like going off the sheet.
And we'll just touch it on the way by and out. Struggling start for Reed Carruthers.
Sorry, man.
Well, you wonder too. They're in this thing, and they had to get a Cooey loss. Cooey's up 6-0 all of a sudden, and
I think that's.
I don't like where that is, but
you wonder if the airs come out of the balloon
play the hit and roll.
a little
hard.
bit.
Draw over
That
there
would be
and
hard.
give him a
And the
shot
sheet
at it.
right next door.
Yeah, he's got to make it. And then even if he makes it, we still got something. I think there, really. I think we go there, we give him more options. Like he goes there, and then we can't get it out.
Into.
Right here.
If I'm a little light, he freezes.
Yep,
like,
right
yeah,
here.
I like it.
I like being just a little higher. So if you ever got to run it back,
Yeah, but I also don't want to give him this double though, Brett.
Right
Because
there,
then,
though?
then he's buried. Yeah, you can go bite in the tee line.
Too many bad spots we can go around that guard.
I'm just chuckling at Brett Gallant being down there because I asked Mark Nichols, what each player looks like when they're really into the game, and he called Brett the creeper. He goes, when Brett's really into the game, he's creeping all the way down to the sheet, other end of the sheet, because he wants to be part of the strategy and wants to know where the rocks have to be. He goes, that's always a good sign.
Yeah, but then, he was a skip, and he won a Canadian junior, right? And
Very successful.
Doesn't he have the record
Yep.
for most appearances at Canadian juniors?
And he's into it. That's the key part of it.
I don't, and again, I think he knows he doesn't overstep.
No.
When the skip says, when Gushue says, that's it, it's over.
It's not curling quite as much. Jeff's in. Make sure we're at least even, guys. At least even on this line.
Splitting tee. Gotta go a bit, Jeff.
Splitting tee, just past it. Whoa.
That's exactly where they wanted that rock.
That's just. And I think what impresses me is the fact that as you take a look here, Cooey, Epping Cooey, they blanked, and Horgan got a couple to close it, but. When Gallant came, can we just move it up a little bit higher? No, because you see he's going to come over off that, and he's going to be, okay, then let's go back.
I don't. Automatic 2, we're giving up 2.
The positioning is just so key.
Almost got nothing to lose now.
Thought he'd try the hit and roll, but.
Yeah, where did we have for our draw? Because this is what you threw, right?
Did you hear Mark?
Yes.
But we're definitely.
McEwen's almost got nothing to lose, and he's right.
He'll throw everything at you.
So now he's going to go to the freeze. He would not have played that.
No.
Like this?
Yep.
It's not quite a great rock to freeze on because it's open. If it was hidden a little more, then Brad can't throw any weight at it.
Splitting the rings for.
Yeah, and it's thin.
But that still would have been better for us. Then we just put one right on top of it, right?
I don't think Brad saw this coming, actually, the freeze.
Take some time here. I really don't like draw. We lose a game if you don't make it really good. It's got to be precise. If you make a double, we give up 2 is still okay.
It's thin. It's a thin quarter.
Okay, yeah, double. And if you get a roll over there, you will have another double.
If I contact it, I could get lucky and spin right over.
I think
on
you
the
could
other
make
one.
the double and up, but like it's I'm
you think
all,
this is a super dicey draw right now?
I'll buy in if you like this. I just
do we not know it well enough?
I threw this.
Draws are just getting hard.
I threw this 2 ends ago.
Well, I throw it every end, and I just think draws are just a little tough. But if you're, I think we can make the draw. If you like the draw, then we'll make a good plan.
Double too.
I like the draw. That was my first thought.
I know, but if you don't make it good and give it 4, the freeze, right? Yeah. You have to make a double anyways. So.
I'm okay with a double.
Okay.
I think the freeze is a call.
I don't.
The other option would be to bury it, second shot, poke it out on the intern side
two
of
guys
it.
saying opposite things. They're both saying the opposite shot.
Okay. What's your gut saying then?
I just say I have to make whatever I call.
Yeah.
What about the flat double right across to the one that Gushue just threw?
Colin's worried about the draw speed really being dicey.
It could be.
Just then.
Like you could just do a hit and roll here and here.
No, I think you got to go at it.
Okay.
This is so thin, you got to take the paint off.
Just whatever I choose,
you could probably throw it really hard and make that one.
I think Colin's making a good point because he's throwing the most draws out there in the sheet, and he doesn't think it's as simple to make that freeze.
I think if the red one was buried, then you freeze and Brad can't get it out.
This should just run where I throw it. Maybe a tiny bit of bite.
Kind of wait.
Smooth feel.
Okay.
That's close.
McEwen first. Skip Stones here in 4.
Yes! Yep! Yep! Yep!
Samagalski. Finn, come across, got it, backs it up, undercover, and then it just spins out into the open.
It's just fantastic.
Come on, Mike. Come on, Mike. Just roll.
Nice.
What's that?
All right. Either thicker or less.
Was that the shot to play?
It's hard to spin dead berry.
Was it? Hard to be underneath?
Yeah, it's just coming off. Just so much gear off of here. It's going to spin up over this one as it did.
It's hard to do what he did even. He was, looking at it.
Perfect.
Thick quarter.
Nice line call, too, from Reed Carruthers.
Option to win.
You like that ice?
Yep.
Yeah. Weight's good.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Weight's great.
Clean. Clean.
Enough.
Yep. Hard. Whoa. Whoa.
Gushue.
Yep. Whoa.
Walker.
Whoa. Whoa, Brent.
Now Gallant over.
Whoa. Whoa, no roll. Brent.
Looking for that roll, and now it's peeking too.
Not there.
Not quite where he wanted that one.
He freezes it. It's a tough draw. Wow, we butchered it.
Well, I don't know if it's really butchered. But.
Well, I mean, his point, I guess, is they didn't manage the brush, right? And
yes.
And
oh, yeah, for sure.
you'd want it behind too, wouldn't you? I mean, ideally.
Yeah, he would.
But it was a tough shot because he knows that there's a double.
Just kidding. Just kidding.
He had to roll a little bit. He did.
This is a little sticky still.
Yep.
And it looks like a pile of ice, but
it'll curl.
but it'll curl.
Yeah. That's good.
I'm gonna try. I'll have to throw solid hack for it to be hack, right?
Yeah,
You
definitely.
can almost throw bump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I can almost throw bump, right? Bumper for hack.
Guy's done a wonderful job here after the first end of figuring out the ice.
Doubles here?
No, he's just going to play a soft weight hit and try to roll under that yellow guard.
Okay.
Clean.
Close. Roll call.
Clean. Clean. Curl.
Curl hard, curl hard.
Curl.
Slower, steeper, slower, steeper.
Get in there.
Slower, steeper. More angle, more angle, more angle, more angle.
As we go over to Jacobs and Horgan, and he didn't get the roll there. Kathy?
And an opportunity for 4 for Brad Jacobs. You can see there's no yellow stones in the house on Tanner Horgan's final. Was trying to draw around on that out-turn side to get to the 4-foot, coming well short. Needs some paint.
Line's good.
Jacobs again, situation is both he and Gushue 6-1. Jacobs needs to win, needs Gushue to lose to get that spot in the final Sunday night.
Nice weight. Good end, guy. Nice weight. Good shooting, guys. Yeah.
And there it is for 4. His second 4 of the week for Jacobs. Two big ends, a 3 and a 4.
Whoa! Back. Clean. Clean. Yep. Can't hurt it. Clean.
Stop, Brad.
Oh boy. Good shot.
So Gushue looking across, responds. Not with 4, but 2, and leads McEwen. Final night of round robin play here with the men at this year's Tim Hortons Curling Trials. 4 teams remain alive. 2 have guaranteed themselves spots. Gushue, Jacobs, Cooey, and McEwen are playing for the 3rd spot. So Gushue gets his deuce. We go to 5, and McEwen, Mike McEwen out of West St. Paul Curling Club, does have the hammer playing the Yellowstones. Jeff Walker.
Line's a little tighter.
A little disappointment, obviously, for Jeff. His wife Laura was eliminated from the women's tie-breaking scenario this afternoon.
We're going to overcurl.
But what a wonderful week they had, and they get stronger and stronger every time we see them.
That's exactly right. They're one of those teams that can get through Alberta. It'll be very tough. The Scotties.
Can you make this?
With an intro, with this I can. Yeah.
You've watched me all year. What do you think?
Give me the boards. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Be a little more weight.
Good luck.
13-8.
Yeah, 13-5. You have a chance.
You wouldn't think it'd be that slow out there, but
Close. I thought I was close to that weight. Weight's good.
He gave it a good back motion too to kind of hold the line for a bit.
Hard line. Weight's good. Hard line.
Always line.
Close, hard. Line's great.
Whoa,
hard
look
line.
at this thing come down. Wow.
Line's really good.
Oh,
I mean, that brush was just inside the cushion.
Great throw.
Shot, bud. Guard the center again.
Artistic is what that is.
But you know, these guys play so much. You play in so many different conditions. You can
halfway, I think, guys.
Have a very good educated guess at some of those spots, and that's really what it is.
Halfway.
Nice shot.
Cooey, despite the fact he's up 6-0, keeping the pressure on here as Epping gets ready to throw his last.
Well, he is, but a really bad break for John Epping, hitting to lie a pair on his first pick and missed everything, and that allowed Cooey to remove the one stone he did have and to lie 3. This is the nose double to score.
Oh my gosh, he drives it by. We'll give up one more.
Oh boy.
Just nothing.
No, the pick will get in your head too, right?
Sure.
That. Can you?
And for John, that's a stolen point number 14 in the event.
Just a couple shots for them too. They had Gushue beaten. Gushue made an unbelievable come around where he gives up 6. Epping, and then he missed the shot against Mike here. Remember, in the 8th end, or they might have won that game.
What's he doing then? Following?
I like your first call. Yeah.
Whatever you mind this.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay.
Let's go.
Let's play it.
Okay, what do you want me to throw, Colin?
13-9.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm sold on this one. I might try and play something on that one red on the front.
Right.
And
roll for another corner.
Yeah. Well, it might jam on that one, but on the left-hand side, straight back and sit there.
Oh, this is sliding.
Light's good.
Weight's all right.
Line's good.
Back 4.
Might have to curl.
Then.
It's got to curl.
No, line's good, line's good. Line's good, line's good.
Whoa. We'll call. We're heavy.
No, shot.
Shot, Derek.
Oh, Derek Samogolski right around to the lid.
That's perfect weight.
Beautiful shots.
Sweet.
Shot.
Okay. Call button. Okay.
The same line, so judge off the last one.
Now you can run them.
Yeah,
Top
give
4,
us
top button.
6 to 8 more feet.
Problem with that double peel rest on the front reds is it's going into yellow all day long.
Yes, exactly. I'm surprised Gushue doesn't even play it.
Yeah.
Line's good.
It's wide, though.
Heavy. I think we're all there.
Though.
Whoa, then.
Back 4. Where is it?
Back 4.
It's right beside it. It's got to stop.
Stay with it, Jeff.
It's heavy.
Trying. It's
No.
still hard. It's still hard.
Jeff.
Go around.
Heavy.
It's close. Whoa.
Jeff.
No. We are right next to it, Jeff.
Oh, it's coming down.
Came down quite a bit.
Great shot.
Okay, Brett. Shoot.
Nice shot.
All right, we're going to have to make some shots. Tried to come there at the end.
A little heavy, a little wide.
More.
Whoa.
Line.
Weight's good. No,
Wait.
Close.
It's close.
Whoa.
Little tighter line.
We're there for weight. Curl.
Yeah, we got to curl. It looks heavy. Curl it, Ram.
The weight's not too bad.
Curl it,
No,
buddy.
it's going.
We gotta go.
Unlock it. Go. Good.
Oh, yeah, that's not bad.
That's pretty good.
The
Not
first
great,
rock
not
just
bad.
curled a sliver more than the second one.
Pretty good.
I think your 3 just curled
Ah, shoot.
Yeah.
5.
It's not bad.
Just
It's
a little heavy.
Yeah, I know.
This
Like this with, like,
automatically
the board?
goes that way and maybe into the rings.
Yeah, I'm seeing that with like normal.
Would free things up a little
Yeah,
bit
see
too.
I was thinking a little more than board, but
The 2-point lead.
I don't want to open it up too much.
I don't think he has to get too much fancier.
Okay, are you thinking trying to make this? You don't need to get
Just on the nose.
Yeah,
I
just
mean,
over to this.
that's ideal. If we hit it a hair high and miss it, it's good too.
Okay. Here then.
Well, I think you can make
Well,
it.
if you're doing that, you got to play that.
Okay.
You want here or here?
So they're going to play that right hand
Try to
red
hit about
Yep.
3/4.
back red onto yellow.
Red onto yellow.
Yep.
Yeah. Mhm.
7/8 is close.
Yep.
Feel?
Yep.
3/4.
It's going to leave the yellow behind the corner.
Whoa! Brett! Whoa! Jeff!
Nichols.
Hard! Hard! Really gotta go hard! Sorry, Mark.
Still
just
leaves
played
the
it.
McEwen stone is shot,
Good throw.
but they still have those 2 center guards to run back.
A little fortunate that red on the corner hung there, Cheryl, or this would be a tap to sit 3.
Boy, that snapped though.
Yes, it is.
Even with that weight.
The thing is, we got that again.
Yeah.
Just come right
We
into
got
the
both of them
pocket.
now. Shoot. Looks hot.
Hard kick. It is good.
Okay,
This is
and
good.
she-
weight.
okay. I thought heavy. He's
gonna curl it.
Okay,
Yep.
I thought heavy. Yep, hard,
Like
hard,
to
hard.
go
Weight's
wide.
good.
Line's
Whoa,
good.
little hawks.
Weight's good.
So
No,
off
you're
his
good.
numbers for the week, Reed Carruthers.
Yes!
Everything helps.
Hard, hard, hard.
Line.
Hard, hard.
Yes!
Really got to go line. This is diving. Whoa. Whoa.
Need it for weight.
Whoa. That's good. I'm just watching this.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
It's a different throw than yours.
He didn't
Just
have
roll
it.
a little flat.
Yeah.
Play the
I
red,
just didn't stab it.
A
yellow
little
double.
different than mine. Hair high.
Yeah. Straight back yellow double.
Yep.
The rock on the left of center.
Yes.
Yep.
Mark Nichols.
Just off the line. Jeff. Hard, Jeff.
Jeff
Hard,
Walker.
Jeff. Hard, Jeff. Jeff.
Got it. Bang, bang. Oh,
Okay.
they'll get 1. Stuffed it
How
back
about-
there.
Not the end of the world. It's okay. Better, yeah.
Got some separation, though, and did open it up.
Pretty good.
See anything else?
Could you gamble and hit that left as we look at it? Left
I like
red.
the draw way better.
Roll
Yeah,
in.
I think I prefer that.
That's the best shot if we make it. That's by far the
Oh,
best
is he
shot.
playing kind of
It's the best shot.
But
So back
I don't
eight.
love this shot.
Then you're behind the tee line.
Yeah, and
Yeah, just cross
you don't get
there.
enough separation. There's a double.
Yeah, it'll curl.
What about just playing the out-turn draw?
I think I need more
Top
still,
8.
Yeah, I run
Chris
better
Matria.
out wide. In the middle,
Sure.
it's going to be real slow.
Well, it's going to get straighter in the middle.
It'll be slow, though.
I think this,
Yeah.
for back line, this is lots.
Okay.
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 Yeah, funny. Like you could hit that wide one and be
Yep.
first, third, fourth. Could even roll buried with it. Interesting. It's tough to get separation here too, isn't it? You
Yeah.
could easily
Whoa,
set
it's
up a
good.
double for
Oh,
Gushue.
yeah, these are tough.
Curl.
But this is a good indication, isn't it, Cheryl, of just the difference in ice.
Straight, straight, straight.
They were basically middle 8
Hard, Colin.
for this.
Hard.
Yeah,
Roll it, roll it.
Had you gone with the other turn,
Not
the
bad.
in turn, you probably would have been out
Oh.
edge of the
This
12.
edge of 12 for sure, Vic.
I guess he
It's,
knew.
it is quite
Yeah,
a
but
bit
it's
different
too much
on each
ice.
side.
I guess just roll.
Way too much.
Just-
Now you punt it behind the tee line. Brad hits and rolls, and you got nothing.
Too much ice. You actually threw that pretty good.
Okay.
It's too much ice.
Because as you come into the bowl, it's going to go less and less, especially that spot.
Just making the roll, you're probably touching that.
That's fine. If I make the roll, I'm pretty happy.
Okay.
I agree with that sentiment.
You like that for 9?
It's pretty good, yeah?
Yeah, I think it's close.
Rather formal. I agree with that sentiment. Now we'll hear from the honorable member from Prince Edward Island.
That's good. Whoa, whoa. Which go? Yep, yep. Whoa, whoa. Jeff.
Really hard.
Hard, Jeff. Hard, roll it.
Walker.
Hard, hard,
Oh,
hard.
very nice to
How about
avoid
that's
the
okay?
jam.
Pretty good.
Boy,
That's
that's
Rolls
just the
it
frost that
inside. May have tucked a little bit behind, and
Anymore.
they are
I think that's just the ice.
sitting 2, it appears.
Oh,
That's
frost,
pretty
yeah.
nice.
I kinda did one of these on the slide. It's like
it's,
I'm going over waves.
Yeah.
You feel it more on draws.
Oh, one little bit more would have been.
Oh.
Can you
Any
get to
more
the
roll.
inside of that?
Even as an inch would have been.
I don't think so, but we're not right behind it.
It's a straight side too.
Kind of like the fact that we didn't
Wow.
touch
Ooh,
that
I
other
don't-
one.
I don't think so. I think if this was the intern,
Yes, you
It
can
would
get
It
there.
looks like a lot to me.
pretty
but
easy, but
You realize I just called Reed back line and we took a heck of a lot more.
I know. I know.
And now you want less? I do think we need less.
Yeah, take less.
It's
Pick
just
your ice.
like how Reed's ran. I don't like.
He whipped his, so
Just give it a chance.
yeah.
He was through it a bit.
Okay.
So you did see the
Speed
brush
right
move
here,
towards end line
Probably
just
for
a
draw,
little
like
bit.
13-8.
14.
This was
13-8.
caused by the split opportunity. Now what's hurting him is his own rock.
McEwen.
It's good.
Easy, easy,
Mike
easy.
and his first.
Where?
Wait's
going.
Curl.
Curl.
Mile wide.
Light.
Hard, hard, hard.
Light.
Hard, 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 hard.
Caution.
Hard. Hard. Hard, 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 hard.
And
not bad.
just the
Not bad at
catcher.
all.
Good call, Reed. That's good.
really good call by Reed.
Fantastic
They weren't
call.
making that.
Well, that's better. Than
2
what
and
I
3
called.
belong to Gushue. McEwen shot
pick
rock
that yellow,
quickly.
can you?
Jacobs and Horgan.
Can't pick
You
that.
can, but he'll have the
An
double.
opportunity
It's
for
flat, but
Tanner
it's
for
there.
2 in this end. He made a really nice corner freeze on his first, and Brad tried to blast it out, but he jammed, and that is why that Yellowstone is still in play. Needs a bite of the 8-foot.
It's curling. Line's good.
6-time
Heads
Northern
up, guys.
Ontario junior champion.
I think you can be brooms down here. Good.
Now out of the Cataraqui Golf and Country Club in Kingston, Ontario. And that is the deuce. So Jacobs has the lead there, must win, and then needs a Gushue loss
Pick's good.
to get first place.
Brad will have this figured out, but if he decides to throw a bullet here and it happens to hit that red, thick enough. He's got to hit it pretty thick. I don't see him doing it, but that goes.
Yep.
And then he'd have a hit for 4.
I'm not going to call it that way then.
The whole team knows that, so I don't know. Maybe he's even throwing softer. I'm not sure. No, he's throwing the bullet.
Hard!
Here we go. His last in 5. Gallant. Stay with it. Get it 5. What do you got? We'll drive it through and underneath. So he's sitting 1 and 2.
A little thinner to touch it, but.
Looking at a double here.
I didn't see how much he missed it by.
Nice shot.
Is it ever? Good brushing. I think you're thanking your brushers on that one. Ooh.
Nearly got the yellow.
Got it? Or can I make it with the in? In hard?
Yeah, in hard.
In really hard?
In hard and 3/4.
So right here, just with her? Okay.
Boy, oh boy. This is flat.
Yeah, this shot's not in my...
No, and if you ever get it really thin and you move your yellow, it's a steal of 2.
In turn hard.
I didn't hear.
Geez, I thought this would be the out turn, a little flatter.
I still think if you hit it thicker with the in-turn and you still get the gear effect, it'll give you the distance.
Boy, that's flat.
Oh,
But didn't he just last end make a thinner double to be sure to come across?
This is, yeah, the thin one he did. This is even tougher.
Mike McEwen.
Yep.
He's got to stay close here.
Hard.
Samogolski. 1, no, and right on the nose, that'll be for the single. Gushue leads. McEwen needs a win and a Cooey loss.
The 2021 Tim Hortons Curling Trials are brought to you in part by Tim Hortons, the official coffee of Curling Canada. By Home Hardware, here's how. By New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada. And by BKT Tires and OK Tire.
Well, as we've seen, the best teams in Canada are here in Saskatoon for this year's curling trials. And we've seen wonderful shots and more to come.
And so this now is the double to try to bring that biter into play for 2.
Here he comes.
He's using the in-turn to get the spin.
Jason Gunlickson. You got it? Come across. Have you got this? Yes, you do!
Wow.
Wonderful shot. Jason Gunlickson.
The shot stone is Laura Walker's final. Went around. The finish is all at the end. So this is a quiet wait. Trying to scooch by the guard, tap that stone back for 3.
Got to get it by these guards coming up here. Big brush for the team. Oh gosh, from Thunder Bay.
Oh man.
Tap it back, sit down, look at this. 3 it is.
Back to back, brilliant shots by Krista McCartney.
And you can vote for your favorite AGI Top Shot every day at Curling Canada on Instagram. Top Shots is brought to you by AGI. Storage and handling equipment for agriculture. I know the guys have been talking about even the ice feeling a little bit like waves, going over waves. Greg Oasco, the chief ice tech. Final stone for Kevin Cooey. Backing right off. Look at this. Yeah, it's good. With Reed Carruthers.
Gotta be close.
Hit it.
Look at that. Oh, he's going to spill it. Is it going to go? McEwen stays with it. Angling it back. It's close. Got it. Has they missed anything at all so far?
No.
Hit by the guard. Oh, just does.
Get going on that man. Get going.
Look at that. Wait. Look at that.
Hard early. Hard beat. Come on. Room.
Oh, golly.
Unbelievable.
Have you got this? Hudson on it. Now you're going to angle it back. What do you got? Bang! Picks it out.
Fantastic.
Just brilliant.
Here they go. Look at Ebert, head down, never looking. Little more. Got to get full. 4 again. There it is. And that was a Wednesday night here in Saskatoon. A 1-point win, 7-6 Cooey over McEwen. Wonderfully played game. So the standings coming in now to this final draw of men's play. Gushue, Jacobs, we know they are through, both at 6-1. But Gushue has the advantage of a round robin win. So he has that in his pocket. If it remains the same, they both lose tonight. Gushue still advances. Gushue wins. Jacobs would have to win, Gushue would have to lose. And Cooey, he's up. He wins, he's in. McEwen needs to win and needs Cooey to lose to force a tie break. So let's get you caught up now. Kathy, let's drop in on the game between Epping and Cooey.
Well, Kevin Cooey on his first one removed a whole bunch of granite in the house, but he left one stone, and it was an Epping stone. They were able to split the house, so he hit and removed one, and that is the stone that John is chasing now. A nose hit, stick around, would be 2.
There it is, a couple finally a shake of the head after he gave up that big steal of 4 in the third and another single in 5. So Epping, but as I say, pretty simple scenario. Cooey must lose. McEwen must win to force a tiebreak. And so we go to the 6th. And Gushue will once again have the last rock, playing the Red Stones, and up by 1, 3-2.
Colin Hodgson tried to drop the very first guard just over the hog line. He dropped it right on the hog line and they kicked it off. So nothing going here for McEwen. So they're actually going to hit this. Probably a very patient play.
Gotta go. Straight up.
All right, Miss Cheryl, what do you got after 5, the numbers?
Well, there hasn't been a lot going on. I mean, you look at the second end, that was one of the better ends. McEwen avoids a steal, makes that pistol in-turn draw against 2 to the forefoot, and tough one in the second end. And then the only deuce jumps out in the fourth end, and that really came after what I think was an unfortunate pick by Reed Carruthers, and Gushue makes that hit and stick for 2. You look at the skip's numbers, fairly close, but Mike McEwen's numbers pushed down just a little bit. He's had some tough shots out there.
Walker.
Right out now, right out. Take it right out. Make sure it's out.
And out it is.
Yeah, that's unfortunate with Colin because you don't have hammer, you're down 1, and you really don't want Gushue to burn an end here.
Got to give these guys credit to McEwen.
You wanted a guard, you said? Yep.
All of a sudden, Cooey got up 6-0, and they missed a couple of shots right after that, but I think one of them picked Reed's hit.
I think it did too.
And then they hung right in there, really. They had a good shot of the 2 there. Brad made a good one.
It's a little warmer in here tonight. I saw a pick on Eppings as well, so maybe the rocks grab a little bit. The ice can be a little warmer.
Hence why the same as your jaws.
I think through this.
Well, you know, we always say if you look at the color of the rings, there is more white, there's more patchiness to it. That could be frost. It is mild outside. It's right now still above freezing here in Saskatoon. It's +1. So there may be some frost, but it's still below the surface. It shouldn't be affecting the rock.
Yeah, and we don't get much frost in the prairies like the ice is usually. We don't have enough of the humidity here.
But there is something different tonight. Where I'm sitting in the upper deck, there is a fan for the first time blowing on me that hasn't been. So there's more people. He's starting to circulate the air, and so that can come down and impact the ice.
Well, you should ask that person to stop doing it.
I have one fan.
One fan.
And he's blowing.
I don't have less.
And you've seen a couple picks, Kathy, too.
I sure have.
Yeah.
I absolutely have.
Like you're just there
A little
like
more.
Cleopatra and the
Come down.
big fan over top of you.
Right here, Hodge.
Still curled down much.
It is whiter, though.
Yep,
There's
yep,
no question.
yep,
You can see it from there.
Yeah.
I think we got it. It's not much.
Wonder if you're going to see this kind of. Now it did help when Hodgson hogs his stone. Do you think Gushue will play it this wide open or try to run this now to the end, or is he still going to take some chances?
Well, I mean, if he's given the choice, he would. He's up with the hammer, but I don't think Mike will let it
Get that
continue.
far?
No, he'll next end get a couple guards up.
Felt like I threw that guard pretty positive and still got to center. This is way too much ice at the start of the game. Like the frost has come in or something, eh?
There's the word, frost.
Funny, they are talking about frost. We don't know what that is out west.
Looks pretty good.
I was always told from the great Shorty Jenkins that the moisture from breathing really adds a lot of moisture, because you're right, it's so dry out here.
Oh, it is.
There's a lot of people in this building.
Well, there again, Kathy, can you stop breathing?
Holy
Felt like I threw it into the board.
Poor
Hold your breath. I remember the first times going out east to curl and seeing this thing they called frost, and it's like, what is that creeping in?
Solid normal.
Whoa.
Go ahead.
Jeff, go ahead.
Go ahead.
That's why you have to admire the people like Greg Owasco and others across the country who make the ice. Thinking of Dave Merklinger, for example. Just what they have to deal with at every venue. And now with more people in the stands. You know, largest crowds on the championship weekend starting tonight.
Yeah, and you just don't know how many are going to get in there. I think the ice makers during the bubble, they liked it better then because they didn't have all of the unknowns to deal with fans and heat and all the changes caused by that.
Now, this will be interesting. He's out in the snow here a little bit.
Come on, a little more.
Yep. Yep.
Hard, Brett.
Yeah.
Get it back. Hard.
Right to the edge. Just a bit of a guess out there, but still makes it. Gushue leads. Here in Saskatoon, heading towards our final couple of days championship weekend. So I want to know, can you figure out who is the celebrity behind the mask? Get into an all-new episode of CTV's The Masked Singer. Wednesday at 8, 9 Mountain, only on CTV. Set your PVR. Our feature game is on one of those outside sheets. And we're on sheet D. So the blank in 6 means Gushue continues to lead, and he does have, again, the last rock playing the Redstones.
Double center guard going up.
I think you're heavy.
They
bad.
Mike motioned it, and then they said, let's go right in. So I'm not sure. I think they're going in.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Curl. Curl.
It's trying to come down.
Curl. Curl.
Can it
Curl.
Wait,
Curl. Curl.
Wait, stretch.
Curl. Curl. Curl.
Perfect.
Curl. Clean.
He's doing curl. Mike's not saying anything, so I don't want to listen to Colin.
Want to get there this way?
Yeah.
I'd like to. Line's a little tight, Brett. Little
Top
tight.
12.
Go farther now, I think.
Top 12.
No, it's okay.
Line looks close. Hey, line's okay.
Top 8.
This will slide better.
It's good.
Line's good.
Look at the curl a little.
No, it's all there. Stick with it. Stick with it.
Oh, looks heavy. Give her a couple, Mark.
Good.
Really needs a hook, Mark.
A little more.
Hard, Mark. Hard.
A little more. Come on.
Hard.
Right across. Right across. Right across.
Ah, sorry, Jeff.
My fault.
I overdid it a little early.
Sorry, Jeff. Significant.
Well, what we got here as we drop in on Epping and Cooey.
It is Epping that is shot. He threw a guard on his final stone. Kevin Cooey's electing to try to run. Trouble with his landing gear. Run his corner guard in to try to get to shot stone.
Close. It's close.
Oh, goodness.
4-2.
That is it. Ooey Cooey. Good. 9-2 he leads.
Whoa. Yeah, line.
And all the while right next door. And
good.
Watching it all too is Mike McEwen.
I got diggers. Here low. See me make some noise here.
I think at Gushue you have to throw the two centers because he's just going to keep it open.
Yeah.
He just won't take any risk at all.
I thought Mike would.
Yeah.
I really did. And he's most certainly where that first guard was, it's tight enough that you need to throw another one on top of it because this is coming.
Whoa. 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 Jeff. Hard.
Runs it back, scatters everything off the lid.
How about go around everything?
So leaves McEwen the shot rock at about 8 o'clock. All right, let's go Jacobs, Horgan over on sheet A.
Well, Tanner tried to get in on his first one, but it was partially open, and Brad Jacobs, with a very soft weight, really seeing the lines of the ice tonight, tapped it back to lie 3, and then Tanner not able to make the shot on his final.
Line's good.
Chance for 3.
This looks heavy.
Good shot.
Wow.
Holy shit.
That's some big ends for Jacobs. 3 in the second, 4 in 4. And now a 3 spot.
That rock's better. Still think that red one got to come back.
Hammer efficiency.
Yeah.
Boy, that Jacobs team has looked good all week.
Have they ever?
Just
this way.
pretty impressive.
But the difference, that loss in an extra end, 7-6 to Gushue, that could be the determining factor to who gets the bye to the final.
A fight through a semi and then a final.
Yep. Yes. Hard, Mark. Whoa. Hard. Yep. Yes. Whoa. Close. Whoa. Whoa. Hard. Oh, great shot. Beauty. Shot.
This team's looking pretty sharp too.
I know.
They actually had a couple games that could have easily gone the other way, but they didn't.
Early in the week.
And then that great game with Jacobs.
Yeah, remember the Cooey had that intern that he doesn't miss very often for a bundle.
That would have won the game right there. And then Epping had the similar thing, and Brad made a nice one to stop a 6 maybe.
Yeah.
A little light. I got close.
You gotta have a little luck in a week like this too.
You do.
Weight's good. Little. No, weight's good.
Close for line.
Weight's good. Little hawk. Little hawks.
Okay, line's good.
Little hawks.
No, it's good.
Line's good. Weight's not bad.
Line's good.
Line's good. Top button, Hodge. Line's good. Straight. Go.
Key line.
Whoa. We'll call one. Whoa. Sorry.
Just perfect. Just keep pounding down the middle here.
3/4. Doesn't look like it's doing a thing here.
Nope.
If you can make the run backs accurately, there's no defense.
No.
Whoa.
Well, and it was actually Brad Gushue that said that they started throwing the double centers because of EJ, because EJ's run back ability.
How about that?
Oh, great shot. That'll work. Really good.
Sure does.
And Mark Nichols.
I think that hit.
Opens everything.
Wow.
Really good.
Leaves the Gushue team sitting the 1.
Boy.
Edge of the 8-foot.
Any thicker.
Yeah, the one game they played each other,
Any
EJ
thicker,
made
we
3 of
like
them.
it.
Yeah.
I don't know how many he tried, maybe 3 of them.
Yeah, and I think that's when they did, a couple of years ago when they were playing EJ, they're like, we've got to start throwing double centers because it's too easy for them.
Just normal. Weight's good.
Clean.
Yep.
Clean.
Whoa.
Yep.
Hard.
Right up, bud.
Hard.
Right up. That's good.
Well played in here.
Thanks.
Sweet punch. You can easily go over the top, I think.
Nice half.
Half is close.
Force is on, which would be
Does it
a
ever go over the top?
It could, yeah.
big
Thicker than
accomplishment.
half, go over the top.
Okay.
So you could
You might
soften.
get away with like a millimeter less than half.
You could soften your wager. You could throw normal. The double's made easy with normal, and if you hit it thick, you roll right on somewhere towards it, and that double it with Gushue's next one. You don't have to throw a rocket here.
Yep. Yep. Low.
Mark Nichols.
Clean. Low. Low. Close. Over it. Let it grow. Perfect.
Pistol.
Or you just make it.
Great shot. Attaboy. Good work. Shot. Spun down, now you're going that far across. Yeah. Sorry, I messed up your first.
That's exactly what
curls.
I haven't really missed too many.
Get him
Probably
more
gonna
line too. I should head down, save some time.
We got tons.
So wide open. Gushue heads to throw already. Let's go over to join Gunlickson and Dunstone. Dunstone up by 3.
Well, and he lies 4. Not much has gone well for Jason. The Sandy's come back and forth a number of times. With that ice, he's playing considerable weight, but not a bullet. Needs to hit it just probably 7/8 and just clip the back one. If he sticks right there, you may be able to get shot.
Clean. Clean.
Curl. Curl.
Curl. Curl.
Good shot, Jake.
Gives up the 1.
Yeah, Dunstone will pick up the steal of 1.
Yep.
Probably just scored, at the end.
And the third spot is now decided as Kevin Cooey will advance with a 9-3 win over John Epping. The steal of 4 in the third when Epping came up light. That was the difference as that really broke it open. 9-3 is your final. Epping finishes 3-5. Cooey 6-2 will take third spot. That ends the chances for McEwen as well, as he now cannot catch Cooey. So there are your playoff teams. What has yet to be decided is first place. Gushue Jacobs right now. The winner, Gushue wins, and he'll take it. For Cooey to have it, Gushue would have to lose, and Jacobs win. Away it goes. We'll put another blank on the board here on a Friday night, wrapping up men's play at the curling trials. As we come up and inside SaskTel Center on this Friday night. So Cooey has claimed the third spot in the playoffs. He'll be in the semifinal. Just doesn't know who he'll play at the moment. Right now, Gushue and Jacobs are tied in the standings, both 6-1. First place in the bye to Sunday's final to be decided on opposite sides of the arena. Jacobs playing Horgan on A, Gushue playing McEwen on D. And for McEwen, his chance, of course, has ended with the win by Cooey.
Here we go. He's going to throw 2 centers this time. I think you have to.
You just don't seem to get a chance to force unless you do.
Okay, that's way more. This is 10 feet more.
That's good. 1 at 3.
Might be in. This might be in.
Frozen.
This is frozen.
Plan B.
Line. Definitely to it.
Line.
Yep. Line.
Whoa.
Line. Really gotta go line. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Weight's good.
Line. Whoa.
Line. Line.
Line.
I don't think that.
Okay.
Pretty good for a guard.
Worked out well.
Yeah, I like this.
Should be there.
We'll slide a little better.
Little bump.
Okay.
Top 4, T.
T-line. Whoa, then we'll play it tight. Whoa. Whoa. Needs a curl.
Yeah.
T-line.
Top button.
Needs a curl. Needs a curl a long way, Brett.
We're going to be beside it.
It's got a chance.
No, just
it's bumping.
sit. Curl and sit. Okay. Just freeze tap it.
He's pretty good.
When I was having this conversation, Russ, you'd laugh with Mark Nichols about the team, and you know, I said, what do they look like, your teammates, when they're in the game or playing well? And I kind of got to Jeff, and Mark Nichols said, well, Jeff just, you never know if he has a pulse. It could be the Brier final or a trials final, and he says, but he says that's really good for the rest of us because he keeps us all calm. Never overreacts. He's the even keel.
Line. This is just going off the sheet.
Really got to go line.
Hard.
Really got to go line.
Got a good one.
Hard.
It's good.
That's pretty good.
Really good. Good job.
Very nice.
Just over curled a hair. They wanted to keep it on the nose. It's a nice setup though for Mike. He can probably freeze another one in there at some point.
Clean.
Running it back or just peeling it away?
Just peeling.
Yep. Clean, clean. You're fine, you're fine. Half rock.
Gushue is sitting shot rock in that pile.
I'm going to throw this positive.
Line's a little tight. Line's a little tight.
A little high right now.
Okay, well,
Line's
it
good.
doesn't look too bad. No, it doesn't have to curl. Doesn't have to curl. No, it's good, boys.
Easy.
It's good.
Easy, calm,
Good
whoa,
spot.
buddy. Whoa, it's got to sit.
No, it's
sit,
perfect.
Sit.
Perfect.
Good.
Good spot. Again, the problem with not the second guard, right?
Yeah, it's pretty easy for these guys just to peel this away.
Go ahead.
Clean.
Go ahead.
Clean.
Clean. Good.
Clean.
Red Gallant.
Shot. We're in a little bit of trouble here, Mark.
Are they?
Yeah. It's
Nice positive throw here, bro.
depends on how Gushue wants to play it. If he keeps peeling, Mike probably on his first one, I'm guessing he'll play the double, and they might get forced, but I wouldn't call that trouble.
No.
Wait a bit less.
I don't want to kill
It's
line.
just once the doubles, the red doubles made, the yellow doubles even easier.
Line's fine. Just clean this.
Line's
Things
good.
better than you think.
Halfway.
Clean.
A little tighter.
Clean. Doesn't need to curl.
A little tighter than mine.
Doesn't need to curl, Hodge.
Maybe stay down here and see what we could. Hey, Reed, come down here.
Good. You can't hang a high guard like you have.
Reed.
Angles aren't great for us here.
Brad Jacobs, Tanner Horgan. Oh my goodness. Mr. Horgan's in some trouble again.
He is, but he's convinced himself that he can run his own stone with big weight sideways and get rid of all three of Jacobs. I don't know how he would keep the shooter, but he feels that it's there. That's the call.
Okay.
And he'll give up a steal of 2. So Jacobs leads at 12-4. He must win, of course, and then hope for a Gushue loss. And right now at 12, that ties the highest score for one team in trials history. Cooey had 12 against Lake Hawk 4 years ago. Randy Furby had 12 against Wayne Madaw back in 01. And so did you, Russ Howard. You had a 12 against Greg McCauley in 2001.
That'll teach him for beat me in the Brier final.
Little angry, were you?
That was, and in fact, that was here in this very building in 2000.
Little less.
No, I don't have less.
Little less.
Hit it from the line.
Time slower.
Just Derek can hit it a bit.
Line.
They're going to guard again, I think, Cheryl.
They are. That was a call.
Whoa, just Derek. It's going to over curl.
This one's curling more.
Whoa.
This
You gotta
has
keep your
sit.
broom
This
down
one's
then.
going more. A lot more.
He was more gentle on that
Just
one.
fairly gentle.
He's
Yeah.
gentle. That's
Yeah.
still pretty good.
Just
Attaboy.
a hair tighter in that one.
Yeah, good throw. You can still peel.
Yeah?
Well, if he does this now, I'm really happy because we can maybe have a triple. If he taps this up, we could probably get a good chance of killing two if it doesn't line up perfect.
Yeah. Two, Jeff. You like the peel again?
Sure. Yeah.
I think we want him to
I mean,
hit.
he's still got to play that turn two to move it.
Nah, he's going to end up playing the hit. So, this might give
Play
us a
the double,
double.
yeah.
A triple. Same throw.
So they're not in much trouble after all.
No, they're not. All that worry for nothing.
Yeah.
I agree with the peel. I mean,
Yeah.
Mike's got to make some move in there, and they should have an out.
Good.
The only other thing I can see is freeze again on the red one.
Don't I always freeze this?
Yeah, right in there.
Right.
I don't want to argue.
Right. Then you got it kind of both ways.
Why do I have
Timeout has been called by McEwen.
So this draw is a complete guess for him. If I just come here, what's he doing?
And if he goes right here,
Well, good luck.
I'm just throwing it out there.
I know.
If he goes
there, then nothing.
It's a complete guess
Yeah.
on
Well,
that side.
Not necessarily. He goes there and you might have that.
What?
Okay, maybe.
Only if he's way back there.
What's the other
if
option?
He goes there. He's-
What else? What's another
Kelly
option?
Knapp is from Regina, plays out of Saskatchewan.
You ever just
I,
He's in as
I
the
suppose I could
team's
attempt it.
No.
alternate or fifth player.
You're
I
showing
don't
him how to
like my
get there.
odds.
Don't want to show him how to get there.
We can't hit this. Does it help me to top it? I don't think so.
No.
I think you just glue it right here.
Sure.
What's he do? Like, I mean, I can smack this for fun. This draw is no bargain.
I thought about freezing this, but I think this is a better call.
Oh yeah. It's
You like that, Kel?
Yeah,
It's a
I
great
like
call.
one of those. I don't like making a hit play on the red.
No.
That's all I don't like.
I think we got to force a mistake on
And
him, right?
yeah, and like let him play this draw. This is super tricky.
Okay.
I think you just over curl it.
To make the
We're actually
double,
really
which
good
would be
speed draw,
very
Mike.
easy
It's
for
like
somebody
14
like Mike,
Start
you
again.
kind of roll over here, and that just frames up an easy triple for Brad Gushue, and he's totally out of the end.
It matters if he draws.
Mike can snuggle one into that opening. Don't even move the red if you could.
Yeah,
If I
that'd
hit
be
it hard
better
enough.
not to.
And Cheryl, the reason, again, it's
I
because
just don't want to be like this.
coming
and then have
from
him hit the
left to
cross.
right as we look at it, there's a lot of swoop, right? There's a lot of curl. And that's
Right.
why he says he's guessing. This way, little straighter path.
It is. I think they have a bit of a better idea. It's just almost uncontrollable to curl the other way. So I think the brushers can manage down the sheet, and they've seen it a few times with the guards, at least close.
What do you think, Hodge?
14-5.
Yeah? It's pretty good then.
It's better than after all these in a row. Yeah, it's not bad.
Okay.
Look how wide that broom is, though. You wouldn't
Kinda wanna just freeze
think
it
it'd be
here
that
low.
quick.
Well, low in general.
No, that looks like a lot of ice to me, but I guess they've been watching the center guards come up.
The sheet's a little U-shaped to begin with, but this is the straighter of the two sides.
So right into the pocket. McEwen with his first. Skip stones here in 8.
Pretty precise.
Got light.
Yeah, look quiet.
How are we?
It could be okay.
Limit for line.
What did you say?
No.
Wait, looks good.
We've got 12 right now.
No, more than that, aren't we?
Wait's close.
Line's
light.
good. Line.
Looks
Line.
light. Looks light.
Wait's pretty close. Little light. Gotta go.
Hard line. Hard line.
Keep going. Keep going.
Poor guys, get it in there.
Keep going. You got it. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Go. 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 Go.
Yes, get it off there.
That's pretty good.
Okay.
That's all right.
Okay. Shoot. That was just a bit light.
Good guess. He threw it that much light, and he had it all figured out.
Okay.
Throw a
Can you
Forward
high
weight.
side that yellow?
Have to throw more to get that.
forward
out.
weight. I'm not worried about getting anything out. I'm just trying to take away his double. But we probably leave that. If we bump that there, what I'm saying is we leave that like right there.
What if you hit a peel on like just a hair high? Stupid.
It's not stupid. Back a little bit.
This might stay in the back of the rings.
Like high side, the one that Mike just threw peel weight, and I think they all go.
I'm seeing the draw, but like if he hits what he sees here, I believe he's touching this. Yeah. Well, then do we? So worst case, we hammer that and we give up steal 1, but I don't mind trying to get here.
I like 10, 12 feet.
10, 12 feet, okay.
10 feet.
I think it's 10
4
or 12.
on Mike's to right here, 2 ends ago.
Let's get it back 4.
Try and sit 2.
What does that remind you?
Right?
10 feet.
Exactly.
This is
same team.
The same team. There he is, Brett Gallant.
I thought his no one's on that sheet now.
What's that?
17 Briar.
Over there.
St. John's.
I
think he said more than that, didn't he?
So he can't play that and be shot.
Okay, full 4.
He makes this and
saying,
they won't be able to get
I'm
out.
thinking more than 8 or 10 feet would be my guess.
Very difficult.
I'm thinking like if I throw hack it, I think I need at least hack. What do you think?
Well, so look where the berm is to start with, so it's going to warp even more than Mike's did.
Yeah, well that's about 12 feet.
We want this back 4, right? Yeah, back 4 ideally.
Let's make this good, guys.
Little less.
So 12 feet. 12 extra feet,
Okay, you
I
want it on the
believe.
tee line or a rock
They got a
behind
throw
it?
here.
Looks close. Line's good.
Line's good.
Looks there. Easy. Looks heavy.
Gallant
Not curling.
and Walker.
It's a little heavy.
Not curling.
It's trying to come down.
12-7.
That's back 8.
12-7.
12-7.
No, it's got to stop. It's got to stop.
Curling.
Curl.
And they won't get there.
Okay. Yeah, it's bad.
It's third shot.
Blows it up.
It's a pretty good guess.
Tried. Decent get.
Pound the 3.
Just a foot too much. Well,
hit roll, does that help or hurt?
Still a
this might help us.
interesting McEwen on 100% on his 2 draws, but Gushue has the edge. And on the scoreboard, 2. The player numbers are brought to you by New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada.
You don't think just popping this out a little bit help us?
Yeah, maybe.
It might help us.
So does.
But you roll
rolling in
out, this
front.
doesn't go out, does he have a triple for 3?
I guess what I'm saying is
Is our other time out right now?
the problem is, guys, like if this just doesn't move much, doesn't he smack this?
Can we not just play this to like 2?
Yeah, call.
Timeout. Timeout.
Timeout.
Okay. Like if I smack this, right?
Yeah.
Like this just all stays static. Doesn't he nose this and this just clears all of them?
Yeah, he gets a bundle.
Well, then I have to save my shooter.
Still gets
Yeah,
two.
I was thinking we sit in front so we're shot and he has a tough shot for 1.
I was thinking, can I hit this hard and kick this out enough?
Don't think so.
Get this to spin just a little bit this way for me. Maybe that doesn't help me.
Well, let's go over. Brad Jacobs very much in control. Steal of 2 and 7 to go up 12-4 as Jake Horgan has come in for his brother Tanner to throw the last.
Well, and it's tough for Jake. He comes into the game and
Line's
he's
a little
trying to
tight.
draw
You
to the
can go
4 foot. He
early.
went back
Go
12. He
early.
didn't have a chance to stretch. And now he's facing 4, but he does have some backing.
Clean.
The 21-year-old is a 7-time Northern Ontario junior champion.
Scott, go. Go hard. Hard.
Scott Chadwick.
Hard. Such a big.
And sit there for the single, and he'll get it.
Nice. Very nice.
Thanks a lot.
And Sean Turret, their coach, and that will be it. Brad Jacobs will pick up the win.
Thanks.
12-5 is the final. So his record is 7-1. A 1-7 record for Horgan.
Yeah, nice.
And it'll be interesting in Ontario this year with
potentially
Tanner Horgan now out of Cataraqui. John Epping will be there. Of course, can't ever forget Glenn Howard. So there are 3 named teams already for the Ontario
Kind of looks like it might.
playdowns.
I think so.
Russ, what if you play the out turn on the top yellow, tap red to back 4 foot?
Yes.
And then roll.
So the way you save your shooter.
Yep. And then you roll.
You're going to hit this almost for sure, aren't you?
Oh, yeah, it hits that too.
And then if he
Hits
plays
this, it
anything,
goes there,
it's jamming.
Does it go right there? You have to whip it.
Maybe. Maybe.
Just move that red back here. Hopefully line it up.
I don't mind reach shot.
And then roll your shooter a little bit to the left. Yeah.
I like that a lot. It's tricky because it's getting a little smudgy down there. Now,
There's only one other shot.
they were talking about throwing a rocket here, but
Let's just hit this.
I think that goes there.
Plus, I think there's a triple.
After you'll do that, right?
Yeah, you leave a triple.
Like, can I hit this right in the nose, kill everything?
The red's never coming.
Like, this is gone.
This
is gone. This is gone. I'm going to hit it hard on the nose. Just sit in front of the whole situation.
I think this is the other shot's the shot. Let's make it.
How much weight?
I'm seeing like a good bump.
I'll need ice.
Yeah.
As the crowd very appreciative as the Morgan team leaves the ice. Let's update the standings. So for the moment, Brad Jacobs with the win will be seated first. But Gushue now, if he can win, by virtue of beating Jacobs in round robin, would get first place. But those are your 3 playoff teams. So a lengthy discussion, 2 timeouts taken in this 8th by McEwen.
If you knew the ice for the other turn, you could hit it solid. It won't kick. Oh, it's picked on him.
A little look over the shoulder by McEwen. Frustration showing.
Hard calling.
Hodgson.
Hard calling.
No, that's not right.
And now what do you do? Yeah, so it's shot. Second shot is the Yellowstone, though. That one just off center line, top 4. That's second shot.
Oh, you hate to see that.
Yeah.
Nose. Oh, it's real. Dead nose.
You're going to get a smidge of follow through.
Well, I think you want to be just a hair high.
Yeah, but here's the deal. If you roll into this, you might.
Well, I said hair high.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Oh, it's for 2 anyway.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like that two's big. Two's big.
I just feel like this is there for 2 as well.
I think you play it.
I think we play this.
I think with the little action, it'll.
I threw a couple peels down here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just a whisker high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're going to get rid of shot stone to get their deuce.
Picked, eh?
Count the 2 around the edge.
Got her good.
You could draw, but I don't think anybody feels very good about draw.
No.
It's a tough pick.
Yep. A lot of those tonight. It's
yeah.
Whether it's the frost or the clipping, I'm not sure.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
Final stone.
Whoa, whoa. Whoa, red.
Yellow onto red. Make them go away. Bring the 2 around the edge of the 4 into play. Gallant stays with it. Bang, bang, around. Oh, and he may have gotten his 3. He did pick up 3.
Great end, boys. Good work. Good sweep. Yeah. Good patience.
Gushue looking to lock up first place. Don't know if he was expecting that, but it just spins in for 3. You betcha. I said 3. There you go. Gushue. As we come across the empty sheet C, where Kevin Cooey picked up a 9-3 win over John Epping, and Cooey, by virtue of the win, locks up 3rd place. Our playoff teams are decided. Cooey, Gushue, Jacobs, still to be decided who finishes first and gets that bye to Sunday's final.
Keep going, Mark. Get a passer back. Good try.
Trying to tick it over.
Intern, I guess. Just
Yeah.
hard,
Well, stranger things. You grab a deuce here, which Team Gushue will probably let it happen in some ways because they can't afford to get aggressive. And you, more times than not, have a couple in there or 3 in there if you could force somebody to draw. The way the ice is tonight, you never know.
Yeah. The ice could make it not quite as straightforward.
There's a double there. I got it, Jeff.
Gonna throw it through because there's already a yellow double.
Just give me a little more. See you practice. There.
The picks concern me a little bit. You don't want that.
Oh boy, you don't.
Just wanted to practice.
Good shot.
Okay. Threw that in.
Make a few doubles.
I just wanted to see it.
A little more ice.
No, I just wanted to see it. I wanted to see it go. You know.
When Mark Nichols slowed down there after he followed that peel, you could hear his gripper squeaking. And that's moisture. That's frost.
So,
or maybe Mark was just squeaking.
so if Gushue would, oh, sorry.
Yep, Kathy wants to get in here.
Okay, Kathy.
You can hear the crowd now because Matt Dunstone has a chance here. It looks like he's got a chance for certainly 2, maybe even 3. This is his final stone as they play in 9 against Jason Gunlickson.
Oh, he made a terrific shot on his first one. He picked a stone sideways that belonged to Jason, and that allowed him to lie 2. Jason tried the run back, only got 1, and that's why that shot is in the 4-foot. He's playing the draw, and then you heard Colton say it's very close in terms of the biters.
So Dunstone, who plays out of the Highland Curling Club in Regina, the only Saskatchewan-based team in either the women's or men's field here. Looking at a couple, maybe even 3. Final stone in 9.
Hard line. Line's good. Line's good. Hard line. Keep going. Keep going.
Myers, Kidby, Colton Lott, line call. And for the win.
Nice.
Good game, guys. Good game, Dave. Good game, guys. A lot more. Good game, guys. Way to bounce back, boys. Good job. Way to bounce back. Okay. I love a fucking week, buddy.
There you go. He came in when needed. His former Canadian World Junior partner.
And played so well. It took them no time to gel, like they had never ever left playing with each other. One of the top thirds in the field.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So great to have the crowds back.
Oh. And probably very emotional for Matt, who came in here with such high hopes, and then the team changes at the last minute. That's a pretty tough thing to overcome.
They played well. They just didn't win a lot of the close games.
Good finish, man. Good job. Whoa, whoa! Jeff! Whoa,
So only one remains on the ice.
Whoa, whoa! Jeff! Got a boy. Got a boy.
Got it, sure does.
Beauty.
Oh. Mark
Nice call,
Nichols.
Brad.
6-2. Gushue breaks it open with that 3. Yeah, you don't like to see that ever. In the 8th, the pick costing Mike McEwen. Brad Gushue outstanding again, 92%. The game story brought to you by Tim Hortons, the official coffee of Curling Canada.
Looks pretty good. Little light. Yep. Weight's good. Weight's good.
Lock it on.
Yeah, weight's good.
Lock it on.
Little tap,
So-
maybe. Little tap.
No.
Russ, if Gushue wins this, and then he's sitting for 48 hours, which was exactly the same thing that happened to you guys in 05. What does he do for 48 hours?
Worry.
I think we're out counting
That's
that.
good coaching.
I don't know what they'll do. We didn't do all that much. Watched a lot of TV and walked around and went to the rink, watched the quarterfinal, semifinal, that type of thing.
You did go watch, eh?
Yeah, because I'd see if the ice is changing or see if you can pick up something on the team you might play. We actually had it sewn up Thursday afternoon. So
Oh, right.
That
So
was,
you guys were
that was
Thursday.
even
Oh.
longer.
That's long.
Clean, good weight, good weight.
But you know yourself,
Yep.
you're always
Yeah,
nervous.
Martin. Good
You
though.
get, you get out there, and after that first rock stops, you're kind of ready
yeah.
to go.
Yeah, you forget what it is and you just get down to business.
What does that say? That statistic there. Gushue, one of 2 teams not to allow a 3-ender. What does that say about his game?
I would say.
I think Cheryl, he plays pretty conservative. He certainly opens it up with hammer.
He doesn't risk a lot.
No.
He makes the basic shots and the
Yeah.
makeable shots and doesn't take a lot of risk.
No.
And he's happy to take a 2. He doesn't need
Yes,
threes and
that's
fours.
exactly it. And
Yeah.
I got
he
lighter. This is
recognizes
lighter.
when he's in trouble early, and you got guys like Mark Nichols doing what he just did there, running a corner guard in and sticking it from 25 feet.
Yeah.
And it's interesting. The other team is Brad Jacob.
Right.
So imagine that final. If it gets that far.
Yes, yes. Any of those teams in the final will be pretty brilliant curling.
I think just off nose. 2/3, 3/4. Yeah, like 3/4. Yeah.
As the Dunstone team leaves the ice. He was you forget now he's from Manitoba originally. Won a U Sport gold with University of Manitoba. He and his partner Aaron Pincott, he lives in Kamloops, yet he plays for Saskatchewan. And he said, boy, he said, I never thought I'd be so well received here in Saskatchewan.
Hard, Brett. Hard, Brett. Hard, Brett.
Right to it.
Hard.
Right to it.
Got him. And boy, gosh, right through the hole.
Real nice.
Shot.
Good job, Brett.
Good job.
Nose, maybe roll an inch to the left.
Brett's
I don't know, man.
Just like
hitting a little better this week, I think, than
Nose is
most
probably okay.
big events. Not that he was hitting poorly, but
Normal?
if he was going to miss the odd shot, it'd be that up waiter, and he's made a lot of them.
Normal nose, hair high.
Trying to hit around the nose?
Nose is pretty good.
Sure.
Hair high's really good.
Okay.
Still got a shot at 2 here. Hit it dead on. Do you think the double's there?
It's close. Let's try and just roll a little bit out.
It's good.
Clean.
Yep. Clean. Yep.
Whoa, 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 yep, whoa.
Good.
It's perfect.
Shot.
Well, do you give it a go?
Not now.
No, he rolled out enough that
He'd rolled
Might have
a,
a whisker
sorry,
bubble.
Cheryl. If he'd rolled a little in, it was there.
Okay.
Might have a little tick bang.
In an inch.
Even my peel curled there pretty good.
What's that?
Said my peel curled.
Yeah.
Dead on's awfully good.
Yeah. Maybe roll in an inch or 2, but
Normal?
I think so. Okay.
Again, being aware of the curl. This is the, can we say the curly side?
Yeah, and you don't want to roll
You like that ice for normal?
very far in. In fact, a nose is perfect. Double's made, he's rolling out.
Whoa.
A little heavy, pretty good.
Brett. Whoa. Brett.
Hard, Brett.
The land.
Yep. Whoa.
Whoa. Jeff.
Now to hold it right there. Oh,
Great
that's
job,
exactly what he thought. Just rolled it a little bit towards the center line.
Sharp.
Perfect.
Great job.
It's
that's
there
a
with
little
the
harder than
cross,
normal.
but it's
Yeah. I think you just make it with firm, eh?
Firm's enough.
Firm and whisker.
Easy to say.
Yep.
Ish.
Thin, with lots of weight.
Yeah, just paper it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go hard at it.
Just as thin as you can possibly hit it.
It's the paper.
Because when you think about it,
Try to whisker.
It's about a 16th.
Yeah.
The red rock
That might be too
goes all
much.
the way through,
Yes.
straight through.
Yeah,
It's
give it a go.
almost hit it already. So any slight deflection,
What kind of weight you throwing?
more than that, and it's long gone.
It's like a 30-second.
Okay.
1/32. Yeah, take the skin off it.
Right now it is Gushue sitting the 2. And McEwen looking to get a couple here as we play in 9. Final rock. Mike McEwen. Samagalski. So thin. So thin. Just almost air. Oh, he's got it.
Brilliant shot.
Magic Mike picks up his deuce.
Oh, that was well done.
That was pretty
On a tough night for McEwen and the team from West St. Paul. Not bad at all. And he's going to make Gushue to earn it coming home. And even Gushue acknowledges that's a heck of a shot, Mike. We'll go to 10. One sheet remains in play as we come across A, B, C to sheet D. Brad Gushue, Mike McEwen. We go to 10. Gushue has the lead. He also has the last rock coming home as he tries to put himself into the final on Sunday. We've already seen Brad Jacobs pick up a win, so at the moment it is Jacobs with that spot Sunday, but if Gushue can win this by virtue of his round robin win Tuesday night, or Tuesday afternoon I guess it was, it would be Gushue taking the top spot.
Now, Brett. Oh. Okay, get it out. I don't want it in the ring.
I wasn't expecting that.
They were playing
It
the
wasn't gonna
high
be
one,
much
were
at the
they?
top. That's as good as I could get it.
Yeah, I thought so.
Sweet.
Good shot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably right here.
Okay.
It's good.
I thought a little light.
So the plan here is to try to get Brad Gushue to draw against 2. That would be your best bet.
Line's good.
Weight's good.
The way the ice is.
Curl. No, line's good. This is good. Yeah.
He made a nice one though 2 ends ago. He was heavy, but it stayed in the forefoot.
Whoa.
Yep.
Whoa.
Shot.
Thought they might go for the double peel.
Yeah, because that one corner yellow guard is taking away one of the draw paths.
That's true.
Which Brad won't like. Got the intern though.
Okay.
And that happened to be in his only loss to Gunnlaugson. So has played well defensively too.
Hard. Line's good.
Yeah, one stolen end. That's
Okay, line's good. Okay, line's good.
pretty
Line's
impressive.
good. Line's good.
Back 4.
Well, that goes back, I think, to what
Put it on the putt.
we started talking about when we first came on the air, that Mark Nichols said, rarely
Half of each.
does he get himself into such trouble, into jail, that he can't get out.
That's it.
No.
Yeah, we want to go deep.
And his ability to force too. I mean, both those combined, not allowing steals and forcing, it's goes a long way for this team.
Yep. Whoa.
Brett can land.
Whoa.
Just off the backside.
Okay, good try. Touched it. Touched it.
Touched it.
Back 8.
Back T.
Back 4. Back 4, yeah.
Got to get around this one.
Positive throw here.
Brad Peels, you're sit 3 if you want.
Reed Carruthers.
Better now.
Flight.
Better
Line's
now.
great.
Eyes up.
Line's great.
Not
Stay down,
rocking.
though. Stay down. Stay down. Right here.
Whoa.
Yep.
Not back.
Yep.
Yep.
Straight,
Yep.
straight,
Yep.
straight,
Yep.
straight,
Yep.
straight. Good. Good. Good.
Sorry.
Real good one by Reed.
2/3.
Yeah.
2/3. Little less than that for this. Think you'll get a bit of curl here, Mark.
We'll get a bit of curl here.
Yep.
Not much of a hole here either, so if he plunks it dead on, he gets the other one.
Now Peel first, run back second, or try to get them both here.
I think they're trying to get both.
Oh my gosh, he got them all!
Ace.
And he'll leave the corner out in front, bottom of the cup.
What a weapon.
That nearly went through the hole.
Crowd pleaser. Crowd liked it.
Just
Sorry,
over
boys.
curled, and if it ever goes by that one, you're going to be sitting 3.
They thought it would come up. I'm surprised with that weight, though.
Good to be lucky. We're lucky to be good. Yeah, it did curl, eh?
Yeah, I
Turned
didn't think
bleed.
anything would with that weight.
Only had 4 seconds to curl.
A little more. I added. A little more.
So with that corner, here comes Pete Carruthers.
It's never good.
Always Derek.
Line's good.
Weight's pretty good.
Line's good. Line's good. Probably curl, Hodge. Curl, 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 curl. Good.
Sorry. Sorry.
Let's shoot, guys.
Okay.
Feel this one better. Yeah. Right out.
Yep, gotta go.
Nichols right away picked up.
Hard, Brett.
To land.
Hard.
Now Walker. And they'll drive it through.
Shot.
Get rid of the guard.
Shot.
Thanks.
Sweet.
Freeze the back yellow, Hodge.
Okay. Let's put the guard back, eh?
Freeze back yellow.
No, freeze the back
Oh,
yellow.
back yellow. Sorry. Okay.
That's the only way you make them
Yeah,
go.
sure.
So
Those just don't want to double jam
Double
it.
jam,
That's
yeah.
it's the only danger. If he gets it on there good, we can just blast out the back one.
14 to T.
No choice now.
All right,
Try to freeze to the back one and
14 to T.
hope.
Yeah.
Hope.
I got pretty
Little
good.
heavy, little heavy, little
Not bad
heavy.
though.
Little heavy.
Not bad, I think.
Close for line.
Wait.
Little heavy.
Line's good. Line. Line.
No, it's picking.
Yeah, pick.
Yeah, just pick.
Still the
Again.
weight's good.
Line.
Boy, oh boy.
It's just it's
Grab.
heavy.
Still
Right
line.
about
No,
here,
it's not too
Brad.
heavy.
We're heavy. Line.
It's okay. It's still in. We gotta go wait.
Hard line. Just get
Everything.
separate.
Go, 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 go. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
It's not through.
Too bad.
Okay.
And it will settle.
Too bad that pick.
Boy, she had the great weight.
Oh, did he ever?
You know what? And kind enough to say here, Brett, it was right about here.
It just
Grab down
picked.
here.
It's soft pick.
Yeah.
I think it would have been pretty close.
Yeah, it would. Yeah. Just unnatural movement.
Well, I mean, almost from first stone, there hasn't been a great comfort with the
Stay
ice
high.
in terms of
Yeah.
the pebble.
Right.
You know, we heard somebody, I think it was Jeff Walker, say it was like pebble was almost in waves.
Mm-hmm.
Which
the
is
most
odd.
frosty.
Well, I think there's a spot on the sheet, too, that they were going over and they didn't like it.
Right on her.
Now, this could Run them out of rocks right now. Make them all go away if you can. Down by 2 is McEwen.
Yep. Whoa. Yep. Jeff.
Walker.
Okay.
And he'll just run it by.
Mark, seeing a little movement there?
Yeah, I did.
Go, Brad.
Agreed. Thanks.
Such respect there. Even Crothers. Nice shot.
Probably edge of button, Reed. Yeah. That last one picked, so leave a little bit of separation, guys.
I think Brett Gallant said it well, that they felt that they're way more relaxed at these trials than the last because of all the big games they've had in between. This doesn't feel as stressful.
Okay, last.
All those experiences.
Kind of back tee is where you're
Mine's good.
What's the light?
Gotta go wait.
Room.
Okay, wait's pretty close.
Line's
Room.
good.
Wait's good.
Well, you think
Holy
what they've
girl,
done
Hodge.
since those last
Room.
trials. They
Girl.
won in
Keep
17
going.
or prior, and then
Keep going.
you add 2 more to that.
Curl.
There we go.
Curl. Good feet.
Okay.
This doesn't seem quite as big when they've had all of those.
Sure. That's that. You can't buy that experience. They've earned it to to get out to all those events.
That one didn't pick.
McEwen's opportunity went away with the win by Kevin Cooey over John Epping.
Deal?
McEwen needed a loss and then a win by himself. But now Brad Gushue has a chance to put himself into the final on Sunday. Make something go away. Brad Gushue.
Sweet.
Walker, Gallant. And away they go. And it will be Gushue winning it, make the final 6-4 and a 7-1 record for Gushue. McEwen will finish at 4-4. Doing Newfoundland and Labrador proud again here at the curling trials. And so round robin is over. And on the women's side, Tracy Fleury, just the second time a team in women's play has gone through undefeated. Chelsea Carey did it 4 years ago. Jennifer Jones is second. Who she will play, we're not sure, because it'll have a couple of tiebreakers on the women's side with 3 teams at 4-4. The men, more clear-cut. Gushue, by virtue of his round-robin win over Jacobs, gets the bye to the final. Jacobs will play Cooey in the semi-final, and McEwen is eliminated at 4-4. So now it's on to tiebreakers and playoff games here in Saskatoon and the Tim Hortons curling trials.
The 2021 Tim Hortons Curling Trials are brought to you in part by Tim Hortons, the official coffee of Curling Canada. By Scotties Facial Tissue, unleash the Scotties. By Home Hardware, here's how. And by New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada.
Brad Gushue meeting the media. He's 1 win away from going to a second Olympics. My goodness, 2006, of course. And then here's Krista McCarville and the team from Thunder Bay. They will be in a tiebreaker tomorrow, so they'll be on the ice. They didn't play today, so it's going to be a very busy Saturday. Tiebreakers and semifinals. We'll start off Kathy Bryan, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, Einarson against Scheidegger. Then at 3 p.m., the men's semifinal, Jacobs and Cooey, as well as tiebreaker number 2, winner Einarson Scheidegger against McCarville. And then at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, Going to be a busy day, a potential 3-game day for a tie-breaking team. Jones will play the winner of that second tiebreaker. So, as we say, Saturday is going to be full of some wonderful curling. Tiebreakers on the women's side, a semifinal at night. The men will play in the afternoon. We're down to the final 2 days here in Saskatoon, and our coverage of the Tim Hortons curling trials and all of it on Canada's sports leader, TSA.